What's up, guys? We are live here in San Jose. I am joined today by Davos Cast. He will be bringing you guys some play-by-play today. We also have Nico standing by behind the scenes as well as a special guest. And today is all about the finals. We have Isles GT taking on Entourage for $35,000 on the line. It's the largest single event ESHL prize pool. $30,000 will go to the winner. $5,000 to the runner-up. Authentic jerseys going to the winners as well. We want to shout out WD Black for helping sponsor this tournament. We have our players standing by, ready and waiting to go in a best-of-7 Juggernaut versus Juggernaut matchup. Davos, are you ready? Are you excited to be back on land?
Did you say best-of-7?
I said best-of-7.
Oh, my goodness. These guys are used to best-of-5s, and now we're throwing in a best-of-7? That's insane. For us and for them, well, it's going to be a doozy, my friend. It's going to be a wild and crazy next few hours. I'm here for every single bit of it. And the best of the best, no doubt about it, two incredible teams this year playing the best hockey we've seen them play thus far.
Yep, and Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. I want to shout out all of our sponsors for helping bring this LAN to you guys and make it possible at the California Mission Room here at Santa Clara University. A beautiful setup in behind the scenes. Are we ready for our team breakdown?
We're ready for a team breakdown.
Let's throw it to our team breakdown. It's Entourage taking on Isles GT. Both these clubs did have 30 wins in the regular season, 30-plus wins, I should say. What's pointing out, what stat do you see there on that screen that's pointing out to you right now?
It could be anything, but I'm going to go with the time of attack differential over almost 120 minutes plus compared to Entourage with only 25 minutes and 20 seconds. That's incredible. And an almost over plus 100 differential in shots. It's going to be, I mean, the penalty kill power play are very similar. These guys have excellent records during the regular season, and they've shown they were meant to be here in the finals, no doubt about it.
Well, these teams certainly know how to fire away. They are arguably two of the best teams in the world. We do have our national champion, our world champion, Entourage, in the house. They took the first ever ESHL World Championship over in Helsinki, Finland. Super happy to have them here. And now they have the chance to put that to the test against one of the best other North American teams. All right, let's bring it back to the broadcast booth here as we want to take a look at our playoff roadmap, and let's see how each of these teams got to this point. It starts with Entourage. Walk me through who they played.
Oh, they played Drop the Gloves in the first round. That was an easy 3-game sweep for them. Then they played Voltage in an incredible 5-game series that could have gone either way. A huge turning point for them in the playoffs. They take them down in 5 games. Then they go on to play the nitty and gritty underdogs. They took them down in 4, 3-1. Then in the semis, they played the Caps in Caps Gaming and handily won that series 3-1, where they will play the mighty Isles GT in the finals.
So let's take a look at our playoff roadmap now for Isles GT. As they had a tough round 1. It was the only game that they ended up dropping throughout the entire roadmap that they have seen. They dropped one single game, and that was to Inevitable. Walk me through who else they played.
Oh, they played Nexus in the second round. Nexus tried their best, but again, the stifling defense and the heavy offense of Isles made it impossible for them to win. Then they played the Ducks in the quarters. That was we thought on paper it could be one of those potential best-of-5 series, but Isles just took it to them in a 3-0 sweep. Then in the semis, they played Future Stars, an up-and-coming team that has really had some incredible runs of their own the last couple events, and they lost in a 3-game sweep. No one just couldn't get out of the clutches of Isles GT in the playoffs as they look to continue on this hot streak here.
So they dropped one single game to the Entourage 5 games dropped, although Entourage maybe a little bit of a tougher run as well, as it was pick your opponent. So Isles finishing in first, had the cream of the crop. They played whoever they wanted the whole way through. Let's bring it back to the broadcast booth as we now are going to take a look at the lineups for both of these clubs. Let's start with Entourage.
It's now time for your SJSharks Gaming Pacific Cup Season 3 Final, presented by WD Black Starting Lineups. For the Entourage, starting with the forward position, number 71, Lucas Hendry. Number 86, Ethan McDonald. And number 93, Matthew Walters. Starting on defense, number 8, Jeremy Gaynor. And number 65, Francis Dumoulin. And starting in goal tonight for the Entourage, number 79, Justin Horn.
And we want to thank the wonderful Danny Miller for providing us with that Entourage lineup. Let's start to break down the stats. What are you seeing what this team did well?
Well, they definitely they got goals from guys that they needed to have a great good offensive threat here. 27 for Ethan C., a huge season for him, 50 points, and a lot of dishing, assisting in the hands of Gilly and Hendry. They also got a good double-digit amount of goals with 14 and 12. Defensively, it was Dowdy and Dumoulin playing their best defensive effort in the regular season and in the playoffs. And again, the solid tending of Rampage with at 780 save percentage.
So
Not too shabby.
The thing that strikes me the most about this lineup, Ethan C. has an 89.3 scoring factor. He has contributed on 50 of the 56 goals that this club has scored in the playoffs, and that number is just unbelievable, especially when you look at guys like Hendry and Gilly that are usually at the top of the scoring chart. It was Gilly in the regular season leading the way. He's taken a step aside, and it's all Ethan C. We know how lethal he is, that big tipper. It's Dowdy and Dumoulin getting it done on the point, getting those shots through. And Hendry and Gilly, again, they stepped into more of a support role in playoffs, and it's worked well for them so far.
Yes, Ethan C. has shown that he is. This is his time, and he's going to try and make sure his team wins the first prize here tonight.
Well, let's keep chugging along. Let's take a look at our Isles GT lineup.
For the Isles GT, starting with the forward position, number 22, Gabsy. Number 28, McFlurry. And number 81, Fisher. Starting on defense, number 8, Grimm. And number 84, Regs. And starting in goal tonight for the Isles GT, number 18, RWB.
And in net, RWB, unfortunately, there was a medical emergency. We'll be out at least game 1, maybe further. We will have Shekel playing from his house. And what is that going to do for this Isles team? I mean, you look, Shekel, he was one of the best. I mean, Shekel is a veteran in this space. He's on this team for a reason. Yep. He was standing by, ready to go for this club. But take a look at those stats that RWB was able to put up for this club.
He's been a goalie that has changed his game, and he's played probably the best hockey I have ever seen him play up to this point. He is really taking charge, taking action, and being his team's leader when it comes to goaltending and when it comes to being a player. He knows exactly what to tell the guys to calm down. He knows exactly what to do to help his team get a W, and that's all you can ask for. And it's tough to not have him be playing potentially his first 2 games, but we will see what goes on here.
Yeah, and it was Fisher leading the way in the regular season for Isles GT, doing the same thing here in playoffs as well. 34 points, only scoring 9 goals, though. We saw him score a lot in the regular season. Again, taking a step back, you see the likes of Gabsy, always right where he has to be for those tap-ins. He doesn't like when I call him the push-up master, but, man, like, he's always right where he has to be. When that puck comes in, you have Regs firing away, low pad. Gabsy's right there to knock that one home, so that's something that Entourage is going to have to look for. And let's bring it back to our booth as we are getting set up now for our Game 1. You guys are all good to search as we are ready here again live. Yes, finally live, back on land, California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. San Jose has treated us well. And a little bit of a different scenario developed with this land. So all the boys, both teams, including myself, we were in an Airbnb in San Francisco for a couple days. Ultimate bonding experience, something you don't really see too often. And it was pretty cool. I mean, I got to say, like, getting all these guys together, there's not many teams you could get all those guys in one room, especially one house, and not have, a fist fight start. But it was great. Everyone got relaxed. I think both teams are ready to put their best foot forward here. Isles GT, obviously we're going to have to see what happens with RWB, but at least at this point, Shekel will be stepping in, and we'll have to see if he can step up. And we've seen what he's capable of. We've seen him be electric. We've seen him be elite. We've also seen him be shaky at times. So we'll see if Entourage can take advantage early as we are waiting for our teams to shape up. We have a best of 7. And it is going to be electric. Guys, do not forget about our giveaway tonight. There are 4 2-terabyte WD Black SSDs being given away today. Exclamation mark giveaway in the chat will get you entered into that as we get a nice look at our gameplay screen and both of our teams, top left, top right. Shout out to League Gaming for the production here today. Again, at the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. Want to thank them for their hospitality as we are getting ready for Game 1. $35,000 prize pool on the line. $30,000 to our winners. $5,000 to our runner-up. There is a lot of money on the line here tonight.
It is going to be an absolute dandy in this series. These guys are very familiar with each other as former teammates, former series against one another. These guys are going to duke it out one more time. Isles GT on my left, Entourage on my right. Let's get things going here as puck drop underway in Game 1 of this best of 7 series of steel. The face-off, it's Fisher caught again, and a great save there by Rampage.
Oh, Rampage early on, locked and loaded on the breakaway. They score!
Wow, a shot from the point. It is deflected by McFlurry, and Isles up to an early 1-0 lead.
All right, so it was Ethan T leading the way in deflections overall in the playoffs with 38. McFlurry not too far behind with 17. And Big Tipper number 1 going to Isles. They are up 1-0.
We're probably going to keep that counter going all series long, my friend. Across they go, knocked back to the point. Regs, Isles going to threat again. Here's Regs now right side, looking it back in the right side and behind the net. Try to fiddle in front. Left side to Grimm, will pitch it back into the corner. Pass out in front. McFlurry chance, and Fisher couldn't get the shot away. Here's a rush now for Entourage. Racing down the left side. Walking it in, dancing wide. Shot is blocked away to the corner. Long toss ahead for Fisher now. 3-on-2, dancing wide. Give and go. Glove save by Rampage, and he'll stop play.
As Josh saying, 38 not too far away from 17, only double. However, that is the number 1 and number 2 in terms of deflections on net in the playoffs here. Offensive zone faceoff, Isles up by 1.
Here is the faceoff back over to Grimm. Grimm right side, back to Regs on the left. Fakes the drive. He bumped, but he kept possession. Regs dancing a shot. That one blocked away to the corner. Another fiddle back to the line. A save made by Rampage. That one is kept alive in the zone. Grabs the across, and they will just punch it out. And this one will come back, no icing call as they continue play here, and they walk it up the neutral zone. Grimm hoists it into the corner. Backside for Fisher. To the point for Grimm. Isles again, faking the drive is Regs. Regs will work it back in the corner. Right side behind the net. McFlurry. Right side, pass to Fisher, and a backhander never got there. Behind the goal again, McFlurry. Puck is going to skitter away. For Dowdy, he will take it ahead to center. Entourage will dump it in. In the corner now, Gilly, pass, slot, chance, knocked away, kept alive though. Moving in the corner, shot is deflected and taken away by Isles. And back ahead comes Gabsy, dancing in. That one didn't go. Loose puck in the crease. Rampage covers in the crease.
Oh man, a stretch pass to Gabsy up the seam all alone on Rampage. Rampage 2 for 2 on breakaways, not too shabby as he is locked in.
He is absolutely staying true to the post, the short side, a couple of great chances from Isles, but no dice. Up the middle now, taking it wide. Loose puck is out of the zone, back into the defensive end for Isles. Grimm will work it back in. He hits Gabsy, intercepted there. Ethan C. finds the right side, Gilly. Over the left side, back to the point. Over Dowdy in the corner. It is a chance for Hendry, knocked away. Isles back on the attack once more. Gabsy trying to pressure. Nice play, but they bump him off the puck. And here is Doolin up the middle. He will take it and give it back. Looking to get this offense going here. Over the middle, offside with 6:39 to go. First period, Isles up 1-0.
Isles up 1-0. We did see Entourage also going for that big tipper. I mentioned Ethan C. 38 deflections in playoffs so far. They're certainly going to rely on him scoring almost 90%, contributing on 90% of the Entourage goals. He is going to have to be huge for this club against the Isles.
Across they go, neutral zone, over the line. Nice pass across, moving the puck right to the crease, and there was Rampage able to cover the puck up as quick as he got it.
And while Isles is only up 1-0, Rampage has been dialed in. I mentioned the 2 breakaway saves. They have not made it easy on Entourage, but Rampage keeping this one close.
I talked to Rampage yesterday, and he said in order for me to get visually and mentally ready for these games, take my phone away, take my wristwatch away. I cannot be distracted one bit, and he's doing his best to help his team out in game 1. Across the zone, left side, back to Gabs. He works in front. Save made, puck right to the corner. And here's a chance for Entourage down the left side. Working it back in. Ethan C. trying to find the handle, couldn't do it. Nice pass over Entourage on the defense now. Over Gabsy for Isles. He got bumped, but gives it back to Riggs at the point. Intercepted! And here's a foot race now. Gilly finds a man. Shot off the goal post. Rebound goes wide with that one. Entourage, top of the key. Pad saved by Shekel. Rebound goes away and out of the zone. Here comes Fisher. Right side, dances past one, hits it, begs at the point. He'll wait, he'll shoot. Save made, rebound. Going to get picked up by Entourage. Up the middle now, squeaking into the corner. Right side, got it back. Either see back over Hendry. Hendry battles for it. Loose puck side of the goal. They pounce at it, and they can't get it to the front of the net. Loose puck in there, knocked away, and that'll end the first period of play. It's 1-0 for Isles.
Yeah, and it was Entourage that had a chance late, unable to tie the game up. For those asking where RWB is currently, he did have a health emergency prior to the start of this game. Our thoughts are with him currently, waiting to see if he can make it back or not. And we currently have Shekel, who was standing by, ready to go as util for this club.
Yep.
Always ready to support his team any way he needs. So they will run with Shekel until further notice.
I mean, we haven't seen. You have to question if Shekel actually has been playing, keeping himself warmed up just in case if they need him. But to my knowledge, I have no idea. Like, it's tough to think Shekel coming in cold to a series is good for them.
And he's playing from home. Again, these guys are all in the land setting. Shekel is playing on ping as well. But Entourage unable to test them due to the stout defense that Isles has brought so far. They got the 1 goal. That's not going to hold up. I mean, we know how lethal both of these teams are. You're going to have to get a couple of goals going, as it's an Isles team that did score 47 goals to 21 against. Entourage scoring 56 goals, 32 against.
As we begin the second period, game 1, we're underway here across the Grim. Finds the left side to Gabsy. Then to Grimm again, reversing back of the slot. Pass back, one-timer save made. Rebound goes to the corner. Entourage on the attack again. They skate to neutral. Back to center. Quick feed in front, trying to hit Hendry there, and no dice. Here's Fisher reversing in the defensive end for Regs. Back over to Grimm now with about 2.5 gone in the second period. Can Entourage tie the game? Right to McFlurry, and that one is intercepted. Here's a rush for Dowdy across the neutral zone. What a feed back inside. He waits, he shoots. That one got blocked away, but picked up again. Here's a chance for Hendry. Hendry couldn't get a handle on it. And it's back into Isles territory with the puck in the neutral zone. A dump in from Briggs. Hits the boards, but it's picked up now for Gilly. He'll skate in straight away, but he lost the puck. Here's a chance for Isles now. He finds Fisher over the right side, dances past one, cuts to the slot backhand, and that one is denied by Rampage.
Oh man, Rampage, like I said, absolutely dialed in so far, has kept this game close despite Isles' best effort to try and pull ahead, and he's given Entourage every bit of a chance to try and come back in this game.
Face-off offensive zone here for Isles. Back to the point, looking for the pass. Grimm going to hang on to it. He lets a shot go, and that one pinballed wide. Back over. Here's a rush now. McFlurry throws it on. Loose puck knocked away. Chance now for Entourage. Oh, baby. Dowdy absolutely level. A 2-on-1 if they can get it. But Dumoulin racing back to make the play. Here's a 4-on-2 down the wing. Stopped up. Dumoulin carries it. Dumoulin trying to hit the back door. Couldn't do it. Back in the corner. Bounce pass, rush now, pass across, never got to the man intended, but they keep possession. Shot, rebound goes wide for Entourage, and they will clear it away. Rush now, dropping it back at the blue line, picked up now for Entourage, and those skated ahead, neutral ice, they'll dump it in. Into the corner, picked up now for Isles. A long bomb. Hits a skate, deflects wide. This one goes for Fisher. They score! Hits McFlurry, the pass from Fisher. And what a play for Isles to take a 2-0 lead.
And it was the full send all the way down the ice. Fisher had the heads-up play, got that puck in behind the net, found McFlurry, who was crashing, and finds a way to get that second goal. It's a 2-0 lead. Isles GT, 9:38 left. If you are just joining us, we are here live at the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University for Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup. I want to thank WD Black for sponsoring this event alongside League Gaming. We have Davos bringing you guys the play-by-play, myself, Grisgold, as host and color analyst. We have a bunch of fun stuff lined up for you guys, as Davos not the only caster here today.
We have so many. I couldn't count how many casters are shot on and a save is made as we get you guys back in late second period action. 2-0 now for Isles GT. Can they hang on to this 2-0 lead as Entourage has been threatening? Back in the corner now. Right side left for Grimm. He spins off a check. He'll skate it around the zone. Grimm to center, across the middle, taking it in wide. Hits McFlurry back for Fisher. He got leveled, and Doughty will work it back in for his team. Nice fiddle across the zone. Back to the point now. Nice pass over to Hendry. Hendry intercepted by Gabsy. He finds Fisher, skating past everybody. Fisher shoots. He hit the post. May have been denied by the goaltender. That close chance there denied. Back to the right side for Regs. Over the point now. Here's Fisher. He shoots. Deflected. A save made and a cover.
Yeah, really nice stop there again. 2-0 game. We've seen what Entourage was able to do offensively throughout the season. They've been shut down this far as Isles is going all out here on land.
And 3:01 to go in the period. Tie up on the faceoff. It's one for Entourage. Moving down the wing. Up the neutral zone. Try to fiddle through to Gilly. Gilly couldn't get a handle on it. Here's Doughty again. Spinning off. It's a chance for Hendry. Got bumped there. Puck still in the corner. Trying to tuck it home. Short side bid denied by Shekel. And a huge whistle here.
All right, signs of life from Entourage. A really good possession. Trying to stuff the turkey short side. Denied, but now an offensive zone faceoff. See if they can get this one going and get into a cycle.
There's the face-off here. Offensive zone for Entourage. Back to Doughty. Then to Dumoulin. Now finds the man. Gilly couldn't get the one-timer away. Huge hit in the corner. Pass in front, deflects off a skate. Back to Doughty at the point. Loose puck, just pinballs there. And out of the zone comes Isles. Up the wing is Fisher. Fisher skates into the corner, trying to fiddle it wide. Couldn't do it. Back over Regs, finds a man, Cunning, grab a shot. That one got blocked away to the corner. After 40 minutes in the books, it's still 2-0 for Isles in this game.
All right, a 2-0 lead for the Isles, and you had a good look at the face-offs as well. I believe it is 7-4 in favor of Isles GT, and McFlurry leading the way during playoffs, 55.7% on the dot. That's going to give his team a couple extra possessions per game. On the other side, they've been battling a lot defensively, because Ethan C only at 44% on the dot, and you're clearly seeing that play into this game so far.
When things happen, you look to your big face-off guys, and it's definitely looking like the big face-off guys are winning these battles so far in this first game. But 14-4 shots on goal is a definite statement right now for Isles.
As a couple people are pointing out in chat, Rampage did cut his hair. Want to shout him out for being not only a ESHL World Champion, but a National Champion as well, clinching that title as student equipment manager for Quinnipiac.
And here we go to start this third period. 2-0 for Isles, and the puck is won back for them as they will take it up the ice. Grimm to Gabsy. What a read there for Gilly to intercept the pass over to Doughty. Left side boards. Hendry couldn't find a handle on it. Here's a play now. Racing ahead. The battle ensues. It's a steal for Ethan C. Down the wing, here comes Hendry in the backhand, finds a slot chance, fires it wide. And here's a rush now for Isles. Across it goes, and Fisher's in! He scores! Fisher, 3-0 Isles in game 1.
All right, I mentioned Fisher leading the way in the regular season, doing it again here in playoffs, and he finds a way to get the 3rd goal for the Isles here. And it's 3-0 here in the 3rd period. And this is game 1. A best-of-7 series could potentially be a long night here at the Season 3 of the Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming.
Back in the corner, working it back in. Across the zone, they work it over the center ice. Nice dish to the middle, offside the call. And 16:34 remaining, and now Entourage in that 3-0 hole to begin this series. And game 1, rather, can they have, they need a lot more shots on goal. They've been testing Shekel, but it's a steal off the bat, 2-on-1. Dancing Gilly across, he finds a man, saved by Shekel. Rebound to the corner, back to Doughty, point chance, knocked away, got it back. Puck there in the corner. Again, Gabsy couldn't find a handle, loose puck side of the goal, they couldn't jam away at it, and he can't get the shot away. Puck goes behind the net. Entourage getting the puck back over to the point for Doughty. Doughty to Dumoulin, shot deflecting into the glove, and a save by Shekel.
Strong cycle, line drive from Dumoulin. Ethan C. not there to tip that one in. Shekel able to cover up, and he's looked solid so far. Entourage starting to push back here in the 3rd.
It has been a battle, big battle again for the goaltenders, as another blast from the left side is stopped by Shekel, and he will cover that one.
As again, just want to remind everyone in chat, RWB did have a medical emergency. That is why Shekel is playing. Shekel is not with us here on land. He is playing from the comfort of his own home.
Over the corner, loose puck side of the net. Wrapper an attempt for Gilly and for Hendry there in the slot. Back to Ethan C. Point chance for Dumoulin. Passes back to Hendry in the corner, trying to stuff it in, and that one didn't go. Left side to the point again for Doughty. Doughty with room. He waits. He shoots, and a turnaway save by Shekel again. Racing is Hendry, trying to get the puck to somebody. Finds Ethan C. Low drive. Huge save by Shekel. Back to the slot again as Entourage giving them everything that they can give right now, as they have not been able to put one past Shekel, and then offside is called almost halfway through this 3rd period.
Yeah, but you're starting to see them fight back. They're getting that cycle going. They're starting to get shots through. It's only a matter of time. Again, 38 deflections throughout playoffs did Ethan C. have, and he is just waiting for one of those to get puck on stick and find its way home.
Rebound slot moving in, back to McFlurry. McFlurry to Gabsy. He's leveled behind the net. And here's a rush now for Entourage, racing down. A great poke check by Grimm. Stolen by Gabsy, racing in left side, drops it back. And they'll work it back into that corner now. Loose puck. The right side is Reggs. Then to the corner, again to the line. Back in the corner for McFlurry. Trying to dish it back. It goes all the way down the ice, and they'll re-corral it there.
Yeah, and here come the Isles once again, and they did fight off the pressure that Entourage gave, and now they're trying to get their 4th, but an interception by Entourage.
Here's a rush now for Entourage. On the wing is Hendry. Hendry stops up, back over to the point. Doughty pass, nobody there, intercepted. And the puck still in the corner there, picked up by Ethan C. Across to Doughty. Nice play, board chance. He tried to center the feed, couldn't do it. Another play, backhand shot intercepted by Isles with 5:30 to go. Another play back to the defensive end, and it is Reggs to center. Across the zone they go, marching back. McFlurry there, looking for the pass, knocked away. Right to Fisher in the corner. Come away with it. What a spin move. And he tried to tuck it in, and it was denied and held by Rampage.
Fisher pulled that one out from the boards, was looking to stick that one short side. Rampage denies him there. And guys, do not forget about our giveaway. We have 4 2TB WD Black SSDs being given away in the chat. Exclamation mark giveaway will get you entered into that. You will not have to be here to claim. We are pulling 4 of those, and we'll be in contact if you are the winner.
This one across the zone and offside. They'll come back. 3:28 left, and it's been a chippy game. A lot of good chances for both teams, but the ones that have been able to get one past the goaltender has been all Isles. But again, that huge rush just a few minutes ago by Entourage, not able to get one past Shekel yet. Across the zone they go. Behind the net is Hendry. Back to the point over. Curling is Dumoulin. What a move by Dumoulin. Dancing in the pass across. Low drive, fake the drive, back to Hendry. Low shot is denied by the poke check with less than 2 minutes to go. Puck to center, over, and back in for Dowdy as he'll skate to center. He lost the puck of a poke check by Regs. He'll just float it into the corner. 1 minute to go in regulation time. As well, bring you guys the end of this one. Shot, save, Shekel, and they score! No, it doesn't go in! It was on the goal line, unbelievable.
Oh, they had Davos fooled. Thought he saw the red light, he does not. Shekel keeps it out. Holy cow, a 3-0 lead here for Isles. They are trying to hang on here in the final minute of game one.
Back to the point it goes, over the line, here's a play, Dumoulin. He sizes his man up, back to the point, Dumoulin shot right through, and that one deflected wide. Chopped away to the corner, moving a right side for Fisher. With 34 seconds across, they knock him down, but is right back over for Gabbs. And Gabbs will just float it in for Dumoulin to handle. Dumoulin to center for Entourage. He'll dance in low, he'll lose the puck off the deep. And the pressure goes. There's Regs up the center, just dumps it in. They got 17 seconds on the clock. In a big game one, across the zone, they'll walk it in, 10 seconds to go. A 2-on-1, 3-on-1 for Isles. They'll float it into the corner, and icing will be called.
At least one more whistle in this third period as we get a good look at both of our teams here live at the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. We want to thank them for the hospitality as well as WD Black and League Gaming.
Face off back to the line, Wister on the way, saved by Shekel, count it down, and that'll do it. Game one in the books, and Isles will take a 1-0 series lead in this best of 7.
So we thought that Shekel coming in cold, playing from the comfort of his own house, what was that going to do? He gets the goose egg, and his team played phenomenal in front of him. Entourage needs to dig deep here and get back to what they know and love. We've seen how threatening they could be offensively. We didn't really get too many swaps from Dumoulin and Dowdy, and that's when they're playing their best, when they're getting everyone rotating. But Isles just made it really, really tough for them. Guys, don't go anywhere. We are going to throw this to an ad break. You'll hear from our sponsor. All right, guys, welcome back here, and we are live from the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. Hey, you're not Davos.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Probably for the best.
what the heck?
No one can replace Davos. He's one of a kind, one of a million. But hey, happy to be here. And Grizz, always happy to be working alongside
Well, hey,
you.
let's introduce yourself to the viewers.
Of course, I'm Nico Cardarelli. You may know me as Bro Behind the Mic. You can connect with us.
The Bro.
Well, anyways, happy to be here in Santa Clara at the California Mission Room. What a phenomenal facility. What an incredible event. And kudos to everyone from the San Jose Sharks, SJSharks Gaming, of course, WD Black and League Gaming as well. And what a great start to this finale. Best of 7, and Isles GT take the 1-0 lead there.
Not
with
only
a-
the 1-0 lead, but Shekel
Yeah.
stepping in reserve of RWB, who our thoughts are with right now, battling
Yes.
a health emergency. And he gets the shutout. How about that?
Well, super impressive. You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, Shekel stepping in off the bench, cold. What a performance, and what a tone-setting performance there by Shekel. Because as confident as Entourage were coming into this series, being shut out in that first game by the backup, that's got to plant a little seed of doubt in their minds, and certainly gives an edge to Isles GT in this best of 7.
Well, there's more work to be done, and we know how lethal, again, this Entourage lineup can be. They didn't show it in Game 1. I'm certain that they're going to bring it here in Game 2. They are sitting there, making their adjustments. That's the cool thing that we get to see up here, to see these teams discussing their strategies, what went right, what went wrong. and you're certainly going to see them fire away and get some more traffic in front. We saw a lot of point shots, but not a lot of tip-on opportunities, which, again, we saw Ethan C leading the way in the regular season as well as playoffs with those deflection goals. They didn't get that done in Game 1, but, again, it's a best-of-7 series.
Yes.
You don't win this series in one game. There's a lot of work to be done, and every game is the chance to adjust and put your best foot forward. Rampage did play extremely well because Isles, I mean, that could have been a 5 or 6 goal game.
Oh, 100%.
He stopped 2 breakaways in the first couple minutes.
He was phenomenal, and he kept Entourage in that game for much of it. I mean, yeah, after 2, it was 2-0, but that game could have, even though Isles sort of dominated throughout many aspects, Entourage were right there. I mean, yes, they didn't have the offensive output we're used to seeing, but Rampage gave them a chance to stay in that game, and ultimately they couldn't find a way back, but you got to love the way that Rampage played in that one. Now it's just making some of those adjustments up front and finding a way to get a few more pucks on net. And, you know, Shekel did play well, but I think Entourage are going to try to pepper him a little more here in game number 2.
Well, what I love about, again, these best-of-7 series, especially with these two teams, they bend the other team's will to them. Like, and they just make them play different. We saw Isles knocked Entourage off their game in Game 1. Game 2 is the opportunity for Entourage to do that to Isles.
100%. And, you know, you mentioned that Entourage got shut out in that first game. I'd be willing to bet the mortgage that doesn't happen again in game number 2. And that's no disrespect to Shekel. It's just there's so many highly skilled players on that Entourage squad. I can't see them being shut out back-to-back times.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, further to your point, you mentioned you don't win a series in game 1. You also don't lose a series in the first game. So, you know, Entourage, they're a strong team. They're going to find a way to bounce back. And like you said, the ebbs and flow of a 7-game series, how often do we see one team score a convincing win in the first game, and then the second team come back in that second game and even it up? So I'm curious to see what we get.
We've seen that many times here. As you know, we are getting set up for our game 2 here. Just waiting for the boys. They're taking their lav breaks, grabbing some fresh water. We want to shout out our sponsors for this tournament: WD Black, San Jose Sharks, alongside Elite Gaming producing the event. Want to bring in Nico. Will be giving you guys excellent play-by-play here in game 2. And you and Davos also are not the only broadcasters here, as we maybe have a special guest.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep it a secret, so stay tuned to find out, but we probably can confirm and not deny that we do have a special guest coming in today, and that's exciting stuff.
So while we are waiting to set up our next game, I want to talk a little bit about the history between these two teams, because there is an awful lot of history. So Isles GT, the original lineup, included Hendry.
Yes.
They had success, but not the type of success that they're looking for. They want to be a top team. They want to win events. And it was semifinals loss after semifinals loss after semifinals loss. Hendry said, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm done at left wing for Isles GT. It's either I'm going to play left defense or I'm going to go my own way. He decided to rebuild the Entourage club, joining the likes of Dowdy, Dumoulin, Rampage, Ethan C., and Gilly. Hendry has played with Gilly since NHL 14, playing 2s with computer goalies. That is how far back these guys go in terms of chemistry and history. And what do? They bring this new lineup. They kick Rick Shell to the curb. This was Rick Shell's team that he made.
That's right.
And they came in, and Hendry said, oh, no, you don't. See ya. I'm taking your spot. We are going to go win some ships. What do? They win the last big tournament of NHL 22, the CBJ Gaming 6v6 finale. And just like that, Hendry leaves and gets back on the doorstep, back on top where he wanted to be. And that he won the first ever LAN for an NHL sponsor team event. That was Caps Gaming in 2020 before the whole world shut down and all that good stuff. But then they faltered a little bit because it's Isles GT that retooled for NHL 23, combining the likes of Olympia with the likes of Entourage / Isles GT to build another super team. And what do? They go out and win Ducks. And who did they beat? Hendry and the Entourage. So there is a lot of history between these guys. And it's not just that. It's Gilly used to play for Olympia as well. We saw him in this tournament in the finals last year, alongside the likes of McFlurry, alongside the likes of Gabsy as well. So there is so much history to be found, as our teams are good to search once you guys are ready and we can drop in. So we'll get to that shortly here. It is a best-of-7 series. And I wouldn't have this matchup for $35,000 any other way. These are the number 1 and 2 teams in North America, rightfully so. They both won tournaments throughout the NHL 22/23 season.
Yep.
And it all comes down to this, again, history galore, teammates, friends, broken up friendships temporarily as these guys are battling it out for the big bucks.
No, and it's awesome to see the 2 top teams come down to the final. You always hope to get the top seeds in a grand final. To get this, the number 1 seed in Isles GT taking on the number 2 seed in Entourage, fantastic stuff. And like you mentioned, so many familiarities between these 2 squads. A lot of emotion too. Like, you gotta love the way Fisher, when he scored that big goal, stood up and let out a big cheer. I think we're gonna get more and more of that back and forth throughout this series, because both of these teams want it. They're both fired up. And right now, Entourage, they look like they are ready for redemption. Look at those faces.
Oh,
they are locked in.
They
Look
are
at
locked
Rampage.
in, ready to
Nothing is
go.
going to shake him right now.
Yeah, no, Rampage is absolutely locked. He's ready to go. And he did his part last game.
Yes, sir.
He didn't get the goal scoring, and he gave them a chance as long as he could to get into the game, as we are, again, just waiting to set up shop here for Game 2 in this best-of-7 series. It was a 3-0 win in Game 1 for Isles. Do you think they can do that again?
Do I think they can take another game here in game number 2? Potentially. Do I think they get another shutout? I would say no chance. I think there's just too much firepower on Entourage for them to be shut out back-to-back games. If you're putting me on the spot asking for a prediction, I'm going to say the series does get evened up in this one. I'm going to say it's a tight game. Entourage take it 4-2, I'm going to say.
All right, these teams have their work cut out for them here, as I'm being told I don't have to specify or don't have to clarify NA, as the EU champs might give Xbox AHL a run for their money, as you always love the NA-EU rivalry, as we do have our first ever world champion Entourage in the house here, taking on Isles GT.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, and we're just about set for game number 2. It's Isles GT with a 1-0 series lead in this best-of-7 series, as you're tuned in to Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3 Grand Finals, coming to you live from the California Mission Room in Santa Clara University, powered by League Gaming, presented by WD Black. And let's get to it. Here we go. Game number 2, Isles in the dark jerseys, Entourage in white, and we are underway with the puck drop as Grim takes the opening possession and starts to skate it across center ice. Drops it over to Reggs, quickly stripped off his stick, but he retains possession. Reggs fires it, and what a chance there. Big blocker save by Rampage on that shot just over a minute into this game.
Yeah, Isles already trying to pick up where they left off, rifling that one as Entourage going off sides early.
Yeah, we get the whistle and the break in play, but a good start there from Isles, and we'll see how Entourage rebound as they look to secure possession from this neutral zone faceoff just outside the Isles blue line, but it's Isles GT that take possession with with Grim on the puck as he makes that pass over to Gabs. He tries to find his way in front. The cross crease pass, that one shuffled just wide as Entourage try clear the zone, but Grim holds it in. Clapper from the point, that one never made it on net as it's secured now by Dumoulin, and he'll lead the breakout here for Entourage. Speeding up the ice, makes the pass over to Ethan C. Jarred loose behind the net, Ethan C. takes it once again, back to the point. Is thinking about a shot, but that's poked loose, and this could be a break. Fisher takes control, one man to beat, tries to spin his way in front, and it's topped home! Gapsy puts it in, and it's 1-0 Isles
Oh my
GT.
goodness, and it's Isles back on the board to start this game like they started the first one, and it is Gabsy the recipient as Fisher set him up, and a 1-0 lead. Isles GT.
And that's the way the game goes. Entourage having a chance 1 second, a moment later, it's back up the ice, and Isles take full advantage. 1-0 as they lead this best-of-7 series 1-0. Here we get the offside with 14:52 to play.
As we're getting a look at some of those stats popping in at the top right of your screen below the player cameras for Isles GT.
As Isles GT win the neutral zone face-off, and now it's controlled by Reggs. He shuffles it and then dumps it softly into the corner, chasing after it. McFlurry back to Reggs, thought about the shot, controls here as fakes the shot. Now he lets it fly, and that one steered wide by the Tendy as Rampage got his paddle there. Kept in now by Regs as he pinches all the way down low behind the net, stripped away. Nice job that time by Doughty as he takes it for Entourage, and he'll lead the breakout here across center ice, peeling back as he didn't like what he saw in front of him, so they'll start up again with 12 minutes remaining in the first. Soft dump into the end boards as they chase after it, and nice job by Entourage to come up with the loose puck. Dumoulin sustains the hit but can't hold the puck, and now Gapsy plays it ahead for Fisher. Fisher working that left wing, cuts through the middle, drops to the point for Regs. Regs tries to evade the stick check, lays it off to Fisher. Fisher spinning out of the corner, he's bounced off the puck, but he's able to hold possession. Pokes that one over to Gapsy, who fires it down low. Fisher off the end boards, makes the pass to McFlurry. Out top, Regs down low to Fisher, back to Regs. The two exchange position and possession as now it's back to the point. The one-timer there kicked away. Good pad save by Rampage as Doughty takes it with 8:45 left in the first.
Yeah, and a nice possession there from the Isles, but Rampage able to keep that one out. And again, doing his part, and it's now Entourage's turn to try to knock one in.
As Dumoulin holds the offensive zone, keeping it in. Behind the net, trying to clap it in. That wasn't going to work. And now Fisher takes it across center ice, trying to work his way in deep in the offensive zone, shielding the puck. Centers out front. McFlurry over to Fisher, trying to work his way off the half wall, takes it down low. Now back to the top of the point where Regs controls it. 6:15 left in the first period. Regs over to Fisher. Centers in front, but that one intercepted. Nice defensive play by Dumoulin as he comes up with it. Puck ricochets over to Doughty as his shot blocked. Easy save for Shekel, and he's not going to get dunked. He holds it for the faceoff.
So Isles doing a really good job getting all hands on deck in front. They know how lethal that tip is in this game. They scored one in the previous game. So they are just getting everyone clogging the front and just not letting that shot come through.
There's a chance right from the faceoff. Shekel was swimming just a little bit, but held his ground and turned away that good chance in tight for Entourage.
All right, stringing together another chance there is Entourage as Isles just dominating time on attack to this point in this game, and they did that throughout the season as well with a 40-minute time on attack differential compared to a 25-minute time on attack differential for Entourage.
It was Gilly with that last chance for Entourage, but now here go Isles GT as the puck poked loose and Regs there to scoop it up with 3:45 remaining in the first. Regs, his pocket pick, Gilly drops it back to Hendry. Now Doughty tries to feed a pass through, but that's blocked. Dumoulin there to hold possession for Entourage. Makes the pass, there's a big hit, jars it loose. Ethan C drops it back, trying to cut his way to the near post with 2:20 left, but Shekel there to make the save.
So let me ask you this. You're seeing all the players here playing this wonderful game that we call NHL 23. Looks like they're all under the desk players. What are you? Do you play the controller under the desk, or are you on top of the desk?
I'm more of an on top guy.
Same.
Yeah.
That's why we're not. That's why we're not down there.
100%. That's why we're up here and they're down there in the pit and sweating it out as we've got 1:45 left in the first, and here go Isles GT working the puck in deep. Fisher back to the point. Regs thought about the shot. There's the D-to-D one-timer, never made its way through. McFlurry, there's a chance for Fisher, but that one turned aside. 40 seconds to go in the period. The drive from the point blocked as Dumoulin takes possession now for Entourage. Hammering on the sticks. Ethan C tries to draw it over. 8 seconds remaining in the period. Dumoulin at the point, trying to find an open lane. Shoots it. Shekel with the save, and that'll pretty much do it for the period as Isles GT take a 1-0 lead into the intermission.
And a good shot on, getting through traffic as well. But nobody there for that second chance opportunity. The puck did bounce back out and just cleared itself harmlessly away as you get a look at that pass that went astray as Gabsy, I mentioned, always where he has to be.
Yes.
He pushes up just about better than anyone. I know he hates when I say that, but it's certainly true.
Hey, he might be the push-up master, and he's got his team up 1-0 here in game number 2 as he shot me a look. He definitely does not like that moniker.
No, he does not. Oh,
hey, he's got the goal to put his team up 1-0, so give him credit, and full credit to Isles GT as they've got a 1-0 lead in this best-of-7 series and a 1-0 lead in game number 2 as we get you set for second period puck drop. Grizz, look at a few of those stats there mid-game. 5-1, yeah.
5-1. So for Entourage, you really got to dig deep and get back to your bones at what you do well. Attack with speed. Set up Hendry down the wing. Gilly's got that lethal one-timer that we see. Ethan C with those tips in front. It starts with the cycle.
Yes.
As Isles has really taken away those threatening chances in tight, they're not getting any shots through. So open it up, get that cycle going, try to draw them out of that collapse.
Here we go, second period puck drop. We're underway as you're tuned into Season 3 Grand Finals of the Sharks Pacific Cup as that drive from the point steered away as we're presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Isles GT scooping up the loose puck. There's Fisher making the pass over to Gabsy. Gabsy working the wing. That jarred loose. Nice defensive play by Dumoulin as he now starts to streak up on the counterattack. Makes the pass over to Ethansy. Drops it as they try jam it in short side, but a big save there by Shekel. His best save of the game so far, as we're going to, no icing call. Play continues on that soft dump. So Dumoulin takes possession, makes the pass over to Doughty. Check that. That was Henry who makes the pass over to Ethansy. And they score! What a give and go as it's buried by Henry, and Entourage are on the board.
And you hear them too. They are fired up. It just takes one. And I saw that earlier on in the NHL 23 World Championships. Had the fortune of calling that earlier today. And even in that series, it just takes that one goal that can change everything. You finally break through that wall that has been Shekel. Tie game here in Game 2.
Henry with his 13th goal of the postseason, and what a big one to draw even as we approach the midway mark of the second period in this game, as Isles GT trying to respond after giving up their first goal against here in the finals of Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3. Regs pinned against the boards in the corner, tried to kick it loose, but Ethansy comes up with it with 13 and a half minutes remaining in the second as his dump over the glass and out of play.
Yeah, not liking what he saw there. He's just going to get that neutral zone reset face-off here, as we will go to the offensive blue line for Isles and do it all over again.
And remember, use the command exclamation mark giveaway to get entered in with our live chat thread giveaway. We'll be pulling those throughout the broadcast as it's brought up now by Entourage, trying to gain the zone, but they're offside with 12:43 to play.
Yeah, and again, now it's a tie game, brand new game, and the boys are fired up. We saw the raw emotion.
Yeah.
Doughty specifically, just absolutely electric over there. He is super hyped up to get on the board, and we'll see if they can get number 2 here.
I had a chance to catch up a little bit with Doughty last night. Great guy, great human being, and good to see him and his team get on the board. But here go Isles GT is a soft dump into the corner. It's picked up now by Dumoulin as he leads the breakout with 11:20 to go. Makes that pass over to Doughty, hits Ethansy across the blue line. Jarred free as it finds its way to the stick of Gilly. He tries to find the man in front, but that's steered away, kept in at the line for now, as now Fisher comes up with it for Isles GT, trying to get something going. Makes the pass, but that's broken up by Doughty. Fisher gets it right back. Oh, what a bounce! Unlucky break for Entourage, but Big Kingfish gets his second of the series, and it's 2-1 Isles GT.
Yeah, Fisher will take that every single time, as Isles able to once again go up, as they did get the opening goal of the game before Entourage was able to tie it up, and it's Fisher leading the way. Like you said, maybe a little bit of a 4-2 at his bounce there for Fisher, as he gets his 11th of the playoffs, and again, another.
Yeah, they're trying to jam home near side post, but a couple of quality saves there from Rampage to keep it out, as we've got 8:10 remaining in the second period of play. You're tuned into the grand finals of Season 3 of Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Here go Isles GT. Fisher on the puck, spinning off the check. Yowzy centers in front, but big defensive play that time by Doughty as he tied up the man, and now Doughty leads the breakout, makes the pass to Henry, blazing up the wing, takes it all the way behind, and that centers in front. Chance there, but it's turned away, and now here goes McFlurry. Makes the pass to Fisher, trying to hit the winger in stride. That was Gabsy there on the left wing, but they couldn't find the pass, and now it's controlled by Entourage with 5:15 to go in the second period. Puck sent down the ice, and we get the icing call with 5:04 remaining.
Yeah, good chance here for Entourage to reset. We know they have a ton of face-off plays that they can draw up. You got starts with winning the draw, start a cycle game, maybe open up for that one-timer. Still waiting for that Gilly 1T that we know and love.
Entourage win the face-off, setting it up. Henry, oh, what a chance. What a big save by Shekel. Henry still on the puck. As Doughty's shot never made it on net. Oh, what a save as Shekel. Oh, on the rebound, they bury it. Gilly banks it home, and we're all tied once again, 2-2.
All right, persistence in behind the goal. He continued to hammer on that puck, and it's Gilly that was short side, lets that one go. And once again, we are tied.
Shekel made a heck of a save right before that goal, but like Grizz said, it was persistence, and it paid off for Entourage as they equalized 2-2 with 3:15 to go in the second, and Entourage have got some momentum and some mojo as they bring the puck across center ice, carrying it in. Nice move by Dumoulin. Henry, it's poked off his stick, but Doughty picks it up. Hendry tries to center in front. That one's blocked out, and now Fisher has it with 2 minutes left in the period. Fisher, Gabsy, chance! That one kicked away by Rampage. The puck's still sitting there, and now Rampage able to cover it for the whistle.
So once again, Rampage, he's been tested often by Isles. He's made the saves he's had to make. He's now gotten offensive support. What's it going to be? Isles offensive zone faceoff. 1:28 to go in the second.
Face-offs right now squared 7 apiece, but Isles win that one as it's Grimm who takes control of the puck at the point, takes his way as he brings it right in front. The pass intended for McFlurry immediately stripped away. He's still battling for it with 30 seconds remaining in the period. Grimm has it. Just 10 seconds to play. Isles GT, maybe time for one more chance here as Grimm across center ice tries to hit Regs in stride. That's broken up. And after 2 periods of play, we are all square, 2-2 in game number 2 of this best-of-7 series.
And one thing I think Entourage has to try and get away with is turn some of that possession into man advantage opportunities. They do have a very, very good power play. Hendry leading the way with penalties drawn with 5. So give him the rock, see what he can do, see if he can draw a tripping penalty. But you got some awfully good players on the other side that maybe don't take as many penalties as you would expect. So these certainly a clash of Titans matchup here, tied 2-2. Shot totals just about evened up 8-7, and a much better step forward for Entourage. I thought we might see some goal scoring in this game. We certainly have so far.
Out shooting Isles GT 7-2 in that period after they got outshot. What was it, 5-1 in the first? So a nice bounce back performance there by Entourage as they look to even up this series 1 game apiece. Right now we're square, 2-2 after 2 periods of play. It's Isles GT with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. As here we go, 3rd period puck drop. You're tuned into Season 3 of Sharks Pacific Cup. It's our grand finals, $35,000 on the line, and we are underway in the 3rd period, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Here go Entourage into the zone. Ethan C. drops in front as that one poked off his stick at the last second, and now here goes Gabsy up the ice for Isles GT. His pass as they rim it around the boards. Doughty able to intercept, and now it's picked up by Dumoulin. Quick pass over to Hendry, but they're offside with a little more than 2 minutes played, or less than 2 minutes played in the third.
Yeah, looking for that speed play up the boards was Hendry, but offsides on the play. We'll do it all over again in the neutral zone. Isles now defending their own blue line in this tie game number 2.
Scrum for possession, and it's Hendry who takes it into the offensive zone. Quick touch passing as Doughty at the point checks his options, lays it over to Dumoulin. Back to Doughty. He lets it fly. That one redirected, but Shekel there for the save, and he holds it with 17:06 remaining.
Yeah, and here comes Entourage. They're looking to pull ahead right here, right now. It started with that neutral zone faceoff. They work their way into the offensive zone. They get a nice drive there. Shekel with the stop. Offensive zone faceoff.
And a big win there for Entourage as Doughty moves it over to Dumoulin. He lets a shot, redirected in! Ethan C. gets the goal to put him up 3-2.
Hey, it was only a matter of time. He led the league regular season, led the league playoffs with deflections. I mentioned he did have 38 coming into tonight, 21 more than the next guy on the other side of the ice, McFlurry, and he gets it done. Ethan C. gets the go-ahead goal, and it's Big Tipper, baby.
Big Tipper tips the scales in a big way as Entourage now in front 3-2. They're making my 4-2 prediction look pretty good right now, but hopefully I didn't just give them the caster's curse as Entourage secure the puck from the neutral zone faceoff, and once again they start to hammer on the sticks. Right now Doughty, though, will reset and they'll start the breakout. Soft dump into the corner, chasing after it. A couple of Entourage players, but it's Regs who comes out of the scrum with the puck. Fisher, he receives the drop pass, that time picked off by Hendry. Nice defensive back check as Dumoulin, he'll wheel back inside his own zone. 14 minutes to go in the 3rd period as Entourage lead game number 2 3-2, with the Isles leading this best-of-7 series 1-0. Isles GT get the puck in deep, but there's Doughty to get a partial clearance. Can't hold it out as Gabsy shoots and scores! Oh, Snipe City, baby! What a goal, top shelf. It's 3-3.
Oh, man, Gabsy just tucks the corner on Rampage, and he ties this game up at 3. Gives him the how do you do.
Wow, and give Entourage maybe a mulligan there. They botched the clearance, and it leads to the goal against. Full credit for Isles GT on taking advantage, but here we get a look at the replay, and one that Entourage thought they had a safe clearance on, and in the end, seconds later, it's in the back of their net.
Oh, just bounced off the boards, wrong angle, and Gabsy, look at all of that ice towards the net. Nobody was able to pick him up in time. Releases a clean shot, and we are tied up once again.
Tough break there for Entourage as they try to get themselves reset mentally here. A bit of discussion between the boys on their bench, and certainly a question of, well, doesn't matter whose fault it was, how do we respond and get ourselves back in front? As there you get a look at Entourage.
And I'm getting a question in chat. Did the announcers change? You want to introduce yourself to people who might not have been here when you did the first time?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Nico Cardarelli, picking up the play-by-play here in game number 2, working alongside Grizz. And enough about me. Let's get it back to the boys on the ice, because here we go. Entourage and Isles GT all tied up 3-3, and here goes Entourage. Doughty, his shot. That one kicked away by Shekel. They continue to press here with the offensive zone pressure. Centering in front, Gilly couldn't get a shot away. Loose puck picked up by Henry. Henry through the high slot, shoots. Shekel there with the left pad kick save, and now Gilly takes it ahead for, Gabsy takes it ahead for Isles GT. That time it was stripped off his stick as Doughty takes control. Doughty with 10 minutes remaining in the third as you're tuned into Season 3 grand finale of the Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. And here goes Regs for Isles GT, but that time they're offside with 9:19 to play.
And it was Gabsy that was able to knock in that last goal, and he is converting on his shots like a madman, as he has the highest shot percentage among forwards, scoring on 45.2% of his shots.
Unbelievable. Man, with that kind of efficiency, it's a wonder he's not in the real show. Just kidding, as we're here at the Sharks Pacific Cup, and here go Entourage. Henry breaking in. What a defensive poke check to clear it, and then pull out the protractors from below the goal line. Henry nearly banks it in.
Yeah, going for the bank shot on his old buddy in Shekel, but Shekel able to squeeze the legs, and that one does not sneak through. Offensive zone faceoff for Entourage.
All right, so my pregame predictions certainly out the window, but you couldn't ask for a much better setup here with 7:50 to play. We're tied 3-3 in game number 2 of this best-of-7 series. It's Isles GT with a 1-0 lead in the series right now, and here goes Regs. Makes the pass over to Gabsy, working that left wing, draws into the middle, tried to feed it back over to the wing, but that was broken up, and now here goes Henry. 6.5 to play. Henry's shot attempt off a defensive stick behind the net. Bounces in front as Ethan C. had it for a second. Now he secures it once again, centers that one as Henry tried to jam it in near side, but it was blocked, and now Grimm takes it out. Grimm makes the pass over to Gabsy, but they're offside with 5:19 to play.
Offsides on that play. Tie game here, as finally Entourage was able to dip back into what they know and love. They get the big tipper from Ethan C. They get the one-timer from Gilly. I mentioned it in the pregame. They got to lean on their goal scorers to get it done. They've done just that. Can they get the go-ahead to tie the series up?
4:45 to go in game number 2. Doughty makes the pass, receives the puck after a big hit. Ethan C. tried to sweep it out front. Gilly has it, makes the pass over to Dumoulin. Working the half wall down behind the goals. They try jam it in, but McFlurry there for a good defensive play. And now Fisher drops it over to Regs. Regs with 3 minutes remaining in the third. Wheels out across center ice. Makes the pass to McFlurry, but that's immediately poked off his stick, and now Grimm scoops it up. Gabsy ricochets off him and all the way back down the ice, where Regs takes it with 2 minutes remaining in the third. Could we be going to overtime for the first time here? Let's find out, as it's secured now by Doughty. Wheeling out of his own zone with 1:15 to play. Makes a good pass. Gilly trying to fight his way through a couple of defenders. Final minute of play in the third period. Ethan C. rims it around the boards. Picked up by Doughty. Spins away from the pressure. Henry, he checks his options off the half wall. Down low as they continue to possess the puck with 45 seconds remaining in the third. Ethan C. he gets hit. The puck jarred loose, and now here goes Fisher. Fisher, as he tries to drive that right wing, drops it back to the point for Regs. 30 seconds to play in the third. Fisher off the half wall, checking his options, spins to the corner, back to the point for Regs. Fakes the shot, makes the pass to Fisher, back to Regs. Regs with a couple of defenders on him, steps past the first man, into the corner, 19 seconds remaining. Grimm at the point, 15 seconds to go. His shot, that's blocked. McFlurry picks up the loose puck. Fleury can't quite hold it as Henry knocks him off it. Flower gets it right back. 8 seconds to go. Regs, he's got it at the face-off dot. Checking his options, Regs drops it back to Grimm. 2 seconds, lets it fly. What a save by Rampage! A game-saving save, and we're going to overtime.
Man, Entourage made them work awfully hard to get that shot off. Regs was dying to get that shot through, but covered well by Entourage, and they will force overtime. They drop game 1. They do not score. They get goal scoring in this game. It is 3-3. Get your predictions in chat. Who's it going to be? Give us your Grizzgoal overtime challenge for one from each person on the team. Nico, I will start.
No,
with
I'm
you.
starting with you this time. I'm starting with you, buddy.
No, let's hear it.
All right, okay. For
I'll
me,
follow up.
all right, I'm going to say McFlurry gets it for Isles GT and Ethan C for Entourage. See, that's why I let you go first, man.
McFlurry and Ethan C, big tipper. Let's see it. Who's going to get that shot through first? You got Regs on one side trying to unleash some Grimm as well. On the other side, Dumoulin and Dowdy, all 4 of these D-men, they love to possess the puck along the blue line. They love to find those shot lanes. It's not as simple as just pushing up.
Yeah.
I mean, these teams, they collapse well. They cover well in front. They're going to make you work a little hard. As we saw that last Entourage defensive possession, they were able to get in shot lanes. Regs couldn't find the room to let it go. Here we go, overtime, game 2.
Let's go overtime. We're underway. Sharks Pacific Cup Grand Final presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Entourage taking possession here after Isles GT brought it into the zone, and now Dumoulin starts to lead the breakout. Makes the pass over to Dowdy. That's picked off by Fisher. Fisher makes the dish over to McFlurry. Gabsy back to McFlurry. Tries to feed it out front, but no one there. Regs his shot from the point. That one tracks just wide. Gabsy, he was looking for the man at the point there, and Grimm, it goes all the way down the ice where Shekel plays it out. Grimm takes possession. Nearly 3 minutes gone here in overtime. Fisher checks his options. Gabsy stripped off his stick. Great defensive play by Dumoulin. He's been very impressive in this series. Hendry peels away from the pressure by the defenseman. Dowdy, he lets the shot fly, and Shekel makes a good save with traffic in front.
All right, what do we have here in OT? It's Entourage with a good shot on. Shekel making the save. A great chance. Again, Entourage leading in faceoffs. I mentioned that was one of the struggles of Ethan C. on the dot compared to McFlurry. He's done well in game 2.
Big face-off here. Entourage tried to scrum for possession, but it's Isles GT that take it away as Fisher, working the right wing, dumps into the far corner as Regs pinching in from the point to take possession. Banks it off the side of the net before Dumoulin takes possession. Dumoulin starting the breakout here as he's across center ice, makes the pass, but that's broken up by Gabsy. Quickly picked up by Ethan C. As Entourage trying to hold the zone. Gilly off the half wall, checks his options at the face-off dot, just trying to keep it away from Grimm as he's active with the poke check. Jars the puck loose as it was Gabsy coming in from the point to knock it. And now Dumoulin takes possession with under 13 minutes to go in overtime. Turned over at center ice. Gabsy makes the pass as he tries to hit McFlurry in stride, but they never could connect. And now Ethan C. drops it as Dowdy will lead the breakout here. Approaching the midway mark of overtime as you're tuned into Season 3 of Sharks Pacific Cup. It's the grand finals, $35,000 on the line, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Entourage taking possession inside their own zone as Dumoulin starts the breakout once again. Soft dump from center ice into the far corner where it's controlled by Grimm. Now secured by Regs on the breakout. Regs with a head of steam across the attacking blue line. Dumps for McFlurry. He tries to center, but tied up there. Gabsy behind the net, working his way out front. Loose puck. Regs able to hold the zone, but under pressure he dumps it back. And now with 8:45 to go, Isles GT will wheel out across center ice led by Grimm. Regs over to Gabsy, but they're offside, 8:26 to play.
And it was a good reset by Regs as well. He knew that he had Entourage members trying to get that puck back on that forward check, but veteran presence there, not turning that over at the blue line. Worst thing you can do in OT is coughing it up along the blue line. You want that reset every time. Both of these clubs know when to do that.
Yeah, you heard it in game number 1 on the very first goal, the calls for pizza. I don't think you're going to see any big pizzas thrown up the middle of the ice in OT. Is that chop shot from the half wall? Rampage had to be ready for that one. Loose puck as Ethan scoops it up. 7 minutes to go in overtime as Dumoulin wheels out. Nice poke check there by Regs to hold him up at center ice. So Entourage will start again. This time Dowdy leads the breakout. Dowdy soft dump. That one's going to go behind the net. A couple of players battling for it, and it's Gilly who comes away with it for Entourage. Quick little give and go behind the net, but now it's controlled by Isles GT as Regs hits the man in stride. That's McFlurry. Dishes over to Gabsy. Saves it from, and it's over! Isles GT win it in overtime! Oh, what a beauty and that's a 2-0 series lead for Isles GT.
So we will not get the tip goal we thought we would see. It is just a classic send that pass across, and it's a better shot that finds its way home. Isles battles back. Entourage tied it a couple times. Isles now able to convert in overtime in behind. Oh, Dowdy does not get the pickup as Fisher sends that one home onto the one-timer. And there it is, your Game 2 winner. Isles up by a pair in the series.
Big game Fisher coming up big in the clutch, in overtime, the waning stages of overtime. And how about that? Isles GT take game number 2 in OT, and they've got a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series.
All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We are going to set up our Game 3. We have a very special guest joining us on the broadcast. Nico, we might see you later. Depends how long the series goes. And I want to thank you for bringing us the great play-by-play for that Game 2 overtime action. Isles GT up 2-0 in the series. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Welcome back to Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by Elite Gaming. I am very excited to be joined alongside longtime radio broadcaster Dan Rusanowski from the San Jose Sharks. How are you doing?
Hey, this is fantastic. The fact that we're here at Santa Clara University for this tournament, the fact that there are two great teams playing for $30,000, WD Black, great sponsor. This is something to be very excited about, and I'm certainly thrilled that this is going to be another extension of my broadcasting career.
Absolutely right, and we've had you on the online broadcast. We went out to lunch last year when we were here with the casters, and now we get to do the real thing live here at, as you mentioned, at Santa Clara University, and unbelievable. Our teams are ready to search. You guys are good to go, as maybe Dan will hop on a little bit and get a couple calls in, hopefully some goals as well. As, again, very excited to be alongside you. Listen for a long time.
I'm really excited. I've been listening to the way this tournament has gone. Shekel's doing a good job in goal for Isles GT. And, of course, Rampage is looking to get his first victory in this series. So I like to look at the goaltenders and see how they do. So I'm excited about this.
Well, so something you might not know, as Rampage is not only a world champion for ESHL, he is a national champion for Quinnipiac, as he was on the team in a student equipment manager role. So he was on the bench when they won.
Rand Pecknold, he's certainly a great hockey coach and somebody that I know quite well. We've seen a lot of guys come from Quinnipiac to get to the National Hockey League. I can tell you that as somebody who went to St. Lawrence University, our school knows their school quite well.
Steel trap up here. You asked Dan anything about a draft from 15 years ago. I'm sure you could pick out a diamond in the rough. It was awesome talking to you last year at lunch, and now we get to call a game, and I am over the moon about it.
Let's go.
As we are just waiting for our teams to match up, and it's a 2-0 series in favor of the Isles. They are looking to take that third game and really put a stranglehold on Entourage. Entourage did not score in Game 1. They scored 3 in Game 2. They need a little bit more, and I think they can find it right here now with their backs starting to get up against the wall.
Well, as I mentioned, Grizz, I'm looking at the goaltenders, but also Entourage's defense with Dumoulin and Doughty. They're going to really be dependent on to make sure that they stifle Isles GT as much as they possibly can.
That they will, as Isles was off to the races. Fisher has had himself a series so far, scoring the overtime winner as well, and he is doing it all. He's getting those full send plays, setting up shop, and again, scoring that overtime winner, so getting it done via the pass and tape to tape. Just awesome.
Let me tell you
here.
something, folks. These guys that are doing this are really, really intense. You can really sense the tension inside this building. You understand that everything is on the line for all of the prize money, and we just can't wait to get this thing started.
Right, and again, just waiting for our guys to set up, and it's Season 3. There's $35,000 on the line here tonight, $30,000 to the winners, as well as authentic Sharks jerseys to every single one of them, $5,000 to the runner-up, so they didn't come here for nothing. But obviously, you probably want the $30K, right?
Well, I would say so, yeah, especially you split it between that group. That's a pretty good sum. And, of course, $5,000 is nothing to sneeze at either. So anybody who is thinking about getting a team together and participating in this, make sure you check it out the next time this tournament runs.
So more work to be done here for Entourage. They are down at 2-0 in the series. They had a really good Game 2. It just was not enough. They did find a way to get it to OT. They are getting saves that they need, as Rampage maybe down 2-0 in the series, but he's still looked very good, as Isles has thrown everything at them, and Rampage has kept it close, but they just need that extra bump to find a way to knock off the Isles here in Game 3.
Well, it's going to be, as I said, a fascinating display of skill, but also being opportunistic. I think that that's something you have to be in this type of gaming.
Well, you got to find your lanes to the net, and again, Entourage did a good job defensively trying to stop those point shots from getting through. They did get a big tipper goal of their own in the last game. One of the X-Factor abilities increases your chance to get a tip-in goal this year. It's kind of become the meta in NHL 23, as it looks like we are ready to go here in game number 3. Isles GT taking on Entourage, and they are trying to go up 3-0 in this series. I am joined alongside a long time, as it looks like we will have to reset and kill a little bit of time here. So let's talk about how you got into broadcasting. You worked your way up the ladder. You mentioned broadcasting in college. What's your favorite memory from those earliest days in your career?
Well, all the big games, right? When I was in the American Hockey League going to the Calder Cup final in 1989, seems like a long time ago, but a 5-game series with the Adirondack Red Wings. That's something that's very, very memorable for me. I was with the New Haven Nighthawks, who were owned and operated by the LA Kings, and they weren't expected to do much, but that was a magical run, and it reminded me a lot of what happened with the Sharks in 2016, going to the Stanley Cup Final. Of course, that's the hugest thrill of my career, but being able to broadcast many conference finals at the NHL level, going to the Calder Cup Final, and of course, before that, going to the NCAA playoffs. I'll never forget a series. St. Lawrence played Wisconsin. Wisconsin had Bruce Driver, Chris Chelios, Patrick Flatley on their team, and St. Lawrence had Kent Carlson and Gray Weicker. That's who they had. So obviously those are names that I remember, but not a lot of people do in pro hockey. But those guys on Wisconsin, you remember them all.
Also, you've had a long tenure. Maybe you could say the longest tenured member of the Sharks. Do you have a favorite goal that has been scored?
For me, it's Patrick Marleau from Joe Thornton against Detroit 2010. Overtime gives the Sharks a stranglehold over the series. That's one of my real favorite calls that I've had, but also one of my favorite moments. But there are so many over the course of 32 years, and I like to tell people that the best moment ever hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen when I get to call the Stanley Cup Championship for the first time, and we're hoping that that's sooner than later.
Well, not in the booth, but I was in attendance at Game 6. The Avalanche, my number one team, grew up an Avalanche fan. It was, I believe, 1999. It was the Avs taking on the Dallas Stars, and there was a 7-5 game, and I was just wowed. I mean, you talk about all the legends that played back then, and it was just like I was 4 or 5 years old.
1999, the Sharks played the Avs in the first round, so and that was an amazing series too.
So Craig Anderson did retire with the Sabres this year, and I go back to, I believe, 2010 as well. They played the Sharks, and the 50-save shutout in I believe it was game 1, just unbelievable. They unfortunately dropped the series for the Avs, but to see what Craig Anderson was able to do, just spectacular career.
Yeah, he really had a spectacular career. Nobody expected he would play over 20 years in the National Hockey League. And, of course, a Chicagoland area native, somebody who, as an American, you're really proud to see a guy like that have a long career as he had.
So let's talk a little bit about pregame rituals. Do you have a pregame snack that you love, maybe a pregame meal? What do you do to get ready for a big broadcast?
One thing I don't do is sleep. A lot of players like to sleep, and even some broadcasters like to get a nap in, but I was always paranoid that if I took a nap in the afternoon, you'd wake me up and it'd be middle of the second period and I missed the game. Of course, that obviously wouldn't happen, but I actually stay at the arena, usually at home, and I go back to the hotel on the road. And I have to put together the way it's worked now with the Sharks audio network being 24 hours a day.
Yep.
I do a morning skate show, usually with Drew Remenda,
Yep.
that airs a couple of times on game days. And then I do a Teal Report, which gives people kind of a lead into what's going to happen to the broadcast. And then, of course, just getting ready for the show. And then when you get to the arena, I have an old saying, you can't broadcast the game on an empty stomach. So you have to have a nice meal in you for dinner, and then up to the broadcast booth and call a great game.
Absolutely. As puck drop is underway here in a Game 3, it's Isles GT looking to go up 3-0 in the series. Entourage looking for their first goal. There's a shot and a save from Shekel, getting it done early. A line drive missile. Better stop.
Well, I tell you what, Shekel's really come up with a lot of career wins, and that was a huge save because that could have put Entourage in a real driver's seat.
And that's really what they were looking for. Now Dumoulin swings this one up top as he's looking for more, but Fisher tried to intercept, kept alive by Entourage. It's Ethansy, knocked down low. Now Hendry with the puck. Hendry swings it back up top. Ethansy, Hendry with a shot, didn't get through. As this one sent up the left-hand side, it's Grimm. I'm joined alongside Dan Rusanowski from the San Jose Sharks. If you guys do have questions for him, I am looking at chat, and maybe he'll be inclined to answer a couple. We'll see.
Never know.
Never know, as that one slapped around, long-range shot, gets there first, beats out the icing puck in front, and right there to take it away was McFlurry. Now Fisher slowing things down for the Isles. It's Entourage that's had the early chances, but here come the Isles into the offensive zone. McFlurry takes this one wide left, sent out in front, and sent harmlessly into the corner. Now Dumoulin looking across at the blue line, sends that one Doughty. Now Hendry right side, drops it back up top, looking for that shot in front. Puck still loose in the crease, now able to clear our Isles GT as Gabsy over the blue line, now looking down low. Doesn't let it go on the backhand pass to Fisher. Below the goal line as Fisher still with the puck, battles through contact, and now Entourage the chance to clear What are you seeing here so far?
Well, I'm seeing that the Isles GT are kind of clogging the middle of the ice surface there, taking away the opportunities. Dowdy trying to get those shots from the point, not able to get them through so far.
Well, you see that an awful lot as there's another shot from Grimm, whistles wide of the cage. Now Fisher, top of the right circle, finding Regs down low as they swap. Pad shot and Gabsy there. Now McFlurry doesn't get the shot away. Good contact in front. Knocked him right off the puck. Is Dowdy now going to slow things down, Dan?
Good job by Dowdy there against McFlurry, and now a nice rush up the ice, but good defense there by Isles GT.
And that was Fisher stepping into his check. Gabsy now. Spin pass up top as Hendry intercepts that one. Was looking for McFlurry. Down the wing, right-hand side. It's Hendry. Walks around his longtime friend in Fisher as that one sent behind the net. I did mention earlier on in the broadcast, a lot of friends playing against one another. Hendry leaving Isles GT, going on to win a championship. As here comes Ethan, and he is robbed on the doorstep. Shekel making a phenomenal save.
Ethan C. so close to getting Entourage that goal that they really desperately need.
Sent that one off the boards, intercepted by Dowdy, finds Hendry up the wing, trying to get by Regs. He does, intercepted by Isles GT. It was McFlurry, right where he had to be as he'll hand that one off to Grimm. Punches that one in over the line. No further. Stout defense here as a neutral game battle well underway. Still looking for that first goal.
Well, here they come with a zone entry, and Hendry's got a chance, but a play off the defense right there. Shekel had to be very alert to make that stop.
As looking for that first goal, like you said, Shekel had to jump out, snag that one with the glove.
He's the star of the game so far.
So far, absolutely. 4:52 to go here in the first. Joined alongside a Sharks longtime radio broadcaster, Dan Rusanowski. Very glad to have him here. Do you have a favorite arena away from home that you love to call games at?
Probably the Bell Center in Montreal. Madison Square Garden's up there for me too, but there are so many great places to call action on the road. And let me tell you, it's just a thrill and a privilege to be able to go to all those great arenas all season long.
Well, it's a thrill and a privilege to be alongside you here for Game 3 action. ILCT looking for the first goal out in front. Dumoulin able to strip him of the puck, but turned back over down beneath the goal line is Entourage as they will clear their own defensive zone. Offensive zone pass Hendry. Now Ethan not able to connect on that feed. Down low once again. Gilly overstepped that puck as it's handed off to Grimm. Grimm, left-hand side now, weaves his way through the neutral zone. Fisher across the line, stops up, has his man, Flurry shot, and I believe that was stopped. Dowdy now finding Dumoulin left-hand side as a first period starting to come to an end. A full range shot up the ice from Shekel and an icing.
Wow, unusual, but that was the goaltender, Shekel, just getting it out of his own zone, sensing that there was a problem with the configuration of his defense in front of him.
Didn't like what he saw, decided to chuck that one all the way down the ice. Grimm up the right-hand side. Final second here, and first period is over. And I am joined once again by Dan Rusanowski. We talked a little bit about your upbringing. We talked about some of your favorite moments, your favorite arena. As how do you prepare for a big broadcast? I'm talking playoffs. Like, what are you doing to figure out how you can put forward your best calls?
Well, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get all of the trends that are going on with each individual team. And you want to make sure that when you're talking about the players, that you're up to speed as to what they've been doing lately, but also the way that they're playing. And that means you got to go to practice, you got to talk to the other broadcasters, you have to talk to the players themselves. And, you know, when you start a series, you want to make sure that you pronounce their names properly. You're always going over that whenever you're doing a game ever. But in a playoff series, I think you get a real sense of rhythm because you have all of this body of work that you're dealing with, especially as the series gets older, to draw upon. So I think that those are the things you remember, and you also have to look at history. What's happened between the two teams. You know, you talk about the Avalanche, your favorite team, and the Sharks. Colorado and San Jose have played more playoff games against each other than, from the Sharks' point of view, than only one other team, and that's St. Louis.
Wow.
And a lot of people forget about St. Louis, and they forget about Colorado for rivalries for the Sharks, but playoff rivalries are really big between those teams.
Well, they heat up, and Dan, happy to have you here alongside myself. I think it's time to give you a test run at play-by-play. How are you feeling about it?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes here. Here comes Isles GT trying to get out of the zone. They're wheeling back to try to reconnoiter. And over here, Grimm starts to move it out through center. Grimm across the blue line and to Fisher on the right wing side. Nice spinning move there, and he dives and pokes it out to the slot, but good defense. Doughty flips it back the other way for Entourage. Good body check there, but Entourage trying to get control. Grimm again, very, very opportunistically stepping over and taking over the puck and flipping it out of danger. But you know what? Entourage has had better puck possession here in the early parts of the second period. No score so far, about 5 minutes gone by. Back behind the Isles GT net, spun around, centering attempt, Ethan C., but it's poked just wide. A really good chance there for Entourage. I'm kind of pulling for them to get a goal here early the way they've been playing, but Isles GT's just not letting it happen.
No, they're not. As Entourage, again, you mentioned the possession, getting great possession early. They are fighting tooth and nail to try to get ahead in this game. It was a 0-0 first period. Now we are here in the second period, still looking for that first one. Goaltenders have been phenomenal. We'll see what Entourage has here.
Well, McFlurry losing that draw to Ethan C., and there's more puck possession again for Entourage as they dump it to the corner. That could have been a chance, but wow. Gabsey, nice defensive play in front, and he clears it out. And once again, it's puck possession for Entourage.
We've had a good rotation of commentators joining us today. Myself alongside Davos, alongside Nico, and now Dan Rusanowski of the Sharks.
Gilly centers in front. Oh, that was really solid defense there on the right wing side. And so Isles GT skates up the left wing boards and dumps in, but once again, Ethan C. just gets it as far away from possible, and a weird hop off the boards dangerously came in front, but once again, Shekel able to make the stick stop, and I think that was a nice reaction at the last second because that could have been in.
Lively bounce off the glass, and here comes Entourage.
More trouble here, but that's good defensive play by Grimm to poke it away, and now moving in, they get as far as the blue line. McFlurry spinning in the left wing corner, drops it back to Grimm on the left point, throws it on the right side, and the point man there is going to have to back up and create a little space. Here's Fisher, throws it back, not the greatest of passes, came out to center ice, but the best thing you can do is to keep possession here, and that's exactly what Grimm does. Lead for Fisher, into the zone, nice entry, but good defense there by Entourage, and they come back the other way quickly. They throw it into the left wing corner, but that's not the best dump in because that's the Isles GT floating it back the other way, and into the offensive zone it goes. Good job far side of the ice there defensively by Entourage. Fisher, though, gets it back and throws to the point, play in front, and a little save there by the goaltender, Rampage, for Entourage. Coming back in now into the Isles GT zone. Isles GT getting back, and again, they just clog the middle of the ice, and they stop everything. Coming up the right wing side now, Fisher dumped it forward, got it into the zone, and it's thrown to the front of the net, but that won't amount to too much.
Yeah, big save there from Rampage as Fisher was looking top corner, denied by the glove of Rampage. And man, we are still waiting for that first goal. Something to note about this Entourage roster, they have Ethan C. And Ethan C. contributing on 89% of the goals that Entourage has scored in playoffs.
I'll tell you what, he's contributing to most of the face-off wins too, as he wins another one. Now Doughty's going to have to cut back because Entourage would have been offside on that play. But Doughty's got the possession. Here he comes up to the blue line. Ethan C. got the headman feed. Good job by Grimm, but he almost poked it into his own net. Yet Isles GT is able to recover. And now it's floated on a play, it looks like, on the right wing boards. So we'll get a face-off.
Yeah, looking back to the neutral zone for a face-off here, as Entourage has had a plentiful amount of chances. But again, it's Isles GT getting that five-man collapse, everyone in the front, ready to go and protect their goaltender, giving him the best chance to make the save.
What's your experience here, Grizz, in these championship series? How things can turn? How quickly will the tempo of the game change?
Well, it takes the first goal. When you get that first goal, I mean, everything is wide open after that. You get that momentum going, and these teams are just ready to go as they will get a fire lit under them. It only takes one goal as another offsides.
Nice rush there by Dumoulin to the blue line, but you know when you step up to the opponent on the blue line, if you're a defensive player, that means you've got confidence that your forwards are tracking back. It was a really good job by Grimm on the left side to stop that zone entry.
As I get a comment in chat from How to FIFA, turns out NHL commentator is good at commentating.
Well, that's very nice of him to say. Right now, here it is in front of the net. Dumoulin, nice defensive play. Poked the puck aside on that centering pass, and that might have been one of the plays of the period, no doubt about it.
Well, another period has come and gone without a goal. And I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. You haven't gotten to call a goal yet. You still feeling like doing play-by-play till we get our first goal?
Yeah, we could stick around, get the first one in, and I can hand it back off to the master of WD Black's great tournament here. This is just tremendous, the way that these guys are playing in the Sharks Pacific Cup.
And look at that. Gilly got a stick on that too, and Isles almost regrouped with the shot. As the way the game goes sometimes.
Well, I have to say, too, that the quality of the graphics in these games are just incredible. They're really realistic, and they give you an opportunity to really experience what the players do on the ice, and I think that's something that can bring everybody closer to this great game.
So is there, every arena is very unique, and every arena has you broadcast from a different position. Maybe what's the worst arena that, as far as a radio broadcaster goes, where's the worst spot you've called a game from?
Well, I can tell you, I suppose amongst the arenas that are here now, Edmonton is not my favorite. It's a brand new building. It is an absolutely beautiful broadcast booth, and the facility is great. But I like to joke that we're not in Edmonton calling the game. We're in Leduc, which is about 20 minutes away. And that's just the way it is. New Jersey is similar, except it's a different zip code in the same city. But the difference between New Jersey and Edmonton is that New Jersey is steeper, and that actually saves it a little bit because we're far away. But when you have a steeper angle, it's a little bit easier to catch all of the action. And yet there are ants out there in that particular building.
So being from Buffalo, obviously the old odd, how was it to call a game there? Very steep.
Loved it.
Yeah?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Very similar to another old building, the St. Louis Checker Dome, as they used to call it. We called it the St. Louis Arena. That was another place that was designed at about the same time that the Odd was built, so you could see that there was a similarity in design. But those were two spectacular buildings. As old as they were, it was fun to go to a game there. You were really close to the action by comparison to some of these modern buildings. And I think that's another factor that gets into it. I have to say, I know we have Isles GT here. Islanders' new building's a nice building, but we're on the goal line, and that's not exactly...
You're on the goal line?
Yeah, for visiting radio. We're hoping that they move it
Wow.
Before too long. Maybe this is a little bit of a PR boost to try to get that change.
You can say you guys were a little bit of an afterthought when that arena was built.
Well, it's just the way that they configured it, but I've got a feeling that that's going to change at some point. But still a pretty good place to do a game is now. Speaking of games, we had a good chance there, but a good save by Shekel. Now it's knocked aside. Dumoulin maybe spinning, trying to hold on to the puck, throws it into the corner, but it pops out. Good defensive play again by Grimm, who's having a very solid game.
Loudest crowd you've seen live from Wheels, a.k.a. Jay.
By something else. Right now, here's Doughty shooting toward the net. Good save by Shekel, and he's able to hold on. We got a penalty coming up here. A little hacking going on.
As here we go, a great opportunity for Entourage to get one late here. We are in the third period, still scoreless, 10:58 to go. Take it away for the power play.
Did you say loudest arena I was
Loudest.
ever? Well, there's no question. After Game 7 against Vegas, that was the loudest I've ever heard SAP Center and any building I've ever been in. The old Chicago Stadium was also a pretty good one, too. Power play here, and it's Doughty with it on the point, just wheeling around, throwing it over to Dumoulin, who shoots. That's a good glove stop by Shekel. He's going to hang on. And again, I think Shekel's been the top player for Isles GT so far in this game. And we have a handful of guys for Entourage that are doing a great job.
And what's interesting is Shekel playing from the comfort of his own home. These guys are all playing on low ping. He's playing on higher ping. He is central, so it's a little better, but take it away, Dan.
Here's Doughty on the point. Power play continues. He moves in. Nice little angle play. He was trying to fool Shekel, but couldn't do it. He gets another chance, and there it is. He scores!
There it is, our first goal call from Dan. I'll take the reins back, and love having you here in the booth. You are an absolute steel trap. You just have the best answer for everything. As the questions are still coming in, guys, if you do have anything to ask the long-time Sharks radio broadcaster, let us know, as Ethan C. getting his 29th goal of the playoffs. And it's Hendry over the line, stifled by Fisher, as he'll hand that one off to Regs. Regs crossing his own blue line in the neutral zone, far side dump off the glass as Fisher will get there first. Puck still bouncing. Now maintains possession, tied up along the boards. Up the left-hand side, it's Grimm. Grimm finding his man McFlurry up top. Shot on and stopped
Good
from
save.
Regs. Long drive.
Really good save right there, and that's really huge for Entourage, as obviously they want to hold on to this 1-0 lead in this very important Game 3 to stay alive in the series.
Oh, I like this one. Dan, thoughts on RJ? Rick Generat, what do you think of him?
Oh, I love the guy. He's always been a good friend. He's been very, very great to work with on game days. We've talked a lot about things other than hockey, and including the way he has called games over the course of his career. Another one for the population of Pominville.
Oh, man, I love that. As here we go, Entourage threatening. They have a 1-0 lead, looking to double that one up here.
I always remember the other one, too. He used to say, la, 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 Fontaine.
There it is.
Another great one.
As that's sent in front, but intercepted by Doughty. And now heading back up ice is Entourage. He'll send this one in around, but intercepted by Regs. He'll turn this one up ice, and it's Isles GT looking to tie this game up. Now Fisher finding his man backside. Didn't connect on the centering feed.
What a play by Ethan C. there, and now here he comes up ice.
As intercepted by Gabsy. Now they'll cut it back in the neutral zone. Grimm. Isles GT looking to tie this up late. Entourage looking to hang on. Into the high slot shot and doesn't go. Left-hand side, McFlurry drops it off to Grimm at the point. He's going for a skate, swapping with Regs, and no further active stick in the lane there.
Now, so far, Grizz, we have seen a very competitive matchup between these clubs. I'd like to see the pushback from Entourage and the goaltending also of Shekel for Isles GT.
Absolutely right. As now here comes Entourage once again. Clean breakout. Oh, Regs strips him of the puck, and here they come. And Regs was looking for that low pad shot, still with the puck. Spins it down low. Fisher looking for that short side to Gabsy. Now works his way in, looking for McFlurry, intercepted by Entourage. Connection to Hendry, one-on-one. Hendry takes this one wide, sends it to Ethan, and stuffed by Shekel.
Wow, what a save that was. That was incredible. Good stop by Shekel. And just before that, did you see how Entourage got three guys to converge on one play to take away the time and space of whatever Isles GT was trying to do?
That they absolutely did. Hey, Dan, what was your favorite Sharks game to call, and why is it Game 7 against Vegas?
Well, Game 7 against Vegas is the most incredible hockey game I've ever been involved with, and that goes back to anything I've ever seen or actually called. The fact that the Sharks were down by a 3-0 count with 9 minutes to play in the third period, and then, of course, the drama, and, of course, the play that resulted in a rule change for Joe Pavelski getting injured. A major penalty was called. It wasn't reviewable at the time. The Sharks would score 4 goals in that 5-minute span. They took the lead, and then Jonathan Marchessault tied the game in the final minute, and then it went to overtime, and I can still see Erik Karlsson floating that perfect pass over to Barclay Goodrow, getting under the defense. And I know there were some people that left that game because they were so depressed. They'll never admit to it now because the people that stayed made that building as loud as I've ever heard it. And I've had some great moments like that at SAP Center over the years. I remember even a game where a lot of people forget the Sharks had beaten Detroit on the road, and then they beat Toronto in Game 1 on the road. They hadn't been at home for about a week, maybe longer. And finally, Game 3 at SAP Center with San Jose Arena at the time. Here comes another goal.
There it is! Oh my God. They will tie this game
Unbelievable.
up. And if we have overtime, would you like to call it?
If you want to.
Yes. As we love to see that, we are joined by Dan Rusanowski.
Finishing up my story, basically, that building was as loud as it had ever been when they came out for warm-ups. And, that's the kind of thing that you see. I think I should probably talk about more stories because Isles GT are going to want to get back in here.
Oh, I love it. As 14.2 seconds to go, and Isles able to tie this game up in the final minute. It's Grimm, his first goal of the playoffs.
Amazing. And he's been playing well defensively. Grimm has been doing a good job on the left side of that defense for Isles GT.
That he has as a final 12 seconds to go here. Grimm looking to weave his way in and knocked loose at the blue line. Hendry, almost intercepted by Isles. Dumoulin was able to get a handle on it. Now Hendry, final second, sends it across, and Grimm will stop that one from getting towards the net, and we are headed to overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be another classic nail-biter here between these two teams. That's the way it's been ever since I stepped into the broadcast booth for this contest. I think Shekel's going to have to come up with a couple of big saves here because I got a feeling that Entourage is really going to put the heat on.
So another comment here, the LA comeback game with the Setaguchi game winner might be my second favorite playoff game.
Yeah, that was another memorable one down in Los Angeles at the Staples Center, as it was called in. Now it's Crypto.com Arena, where the Sharks were down by 4, and they came back. And, remember the old story in LA Kings history was the miracle on Manchester when they came back down 5 and beat Edmonton. Well, we called this one the fiasco on Figueroa because Figueroa Street is where the LA building is, and of course it was a fiasco for the Kings in that one. Devin Setaguchi still lives in the Bay Area. He's always seen around SAP Center. Always good to see him and to remember moments like that.
Absolutely right. So here we are, puck drop about to be underway here in overtime. And this is the swing game. If Entourage scores, they will draw closer. The series would be 2-1. If Isles scores, 3-0 stranglehold.
Well, the first minute is always important. Here comes Grimm right up the middle, feeding it on the right. There's Henry getting in the way. Nice job. Fed it around to Dumoulin, and here comes Entourage. Dumoulin right up the middle, throwing on the left wing side. Oh, Fisher, good defensive play, and coming right back the other way, Isles GT. He's moving in, he shoots, good stick save right there by the goaltender Rampage, and he needs to come up with some big ones here too. Fed on the left wing side, and let's see what Entourage can do. Well, they can go offside, and they can stop the play. That's what they can do.
Yeah, you saw him looking for that rebound in front, but nobody there to crash the net for that second chance opportunity. We remain split here in overtime. It's a 1-1 game, as I'm joined by Dan Rusanowski of the San Jose Sharks. Take it away.
Well, here we go. Let's see what happens with Isles GT. Riggs, I haven't called his name very much so far when I've jumped in. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Uh-oh, Fisher, side of the net, angle play. And right there for the save, and a big one, Rampage. The heat is on. Rampage wasn't too happy with the last game, so we have to make sure that, from his point of view, that he is focused for overtime.
Yeah, these players hyper locked in. They know what this game means. Go after it.
McFlurry wins the draw. Here's Grimm shooting it. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Rebound was poked toward the net, but Dumoulin grabs it behind the goal. And once again, Entourage takes off. Lead on the right. Gilly, he's in the zone, feeds to Hendry, cuts back behind the Isles GT net, but has to rim it around for Doughty, takes it back, and right there, nice check by the Isles GT defense, able to knock it aside, but Dumoulin kept it in. Ethan C. throws it in front, Gilly the chance, poked at, and a big, big save right out in front of the net right there by Shekel. And as I said, he's going to have to do that quite a bit.
Huge saves. Both these goaltenders showing out here in overtime, making good stops.
I'm feeling good about Grimm's game. Feeds to Fisher, now back to Grimm, into the zone. He might have a chance to shoot. Boy, that was great defense by Henry to block it. And now he's got it. Feeds on the right. Dumoulin's on the rush ahead of the forwards. He cuts in deep behind the net. Now he throws it back on the point. Here comes the shot, blocked. Gilly takes it back, and again, Isles GT bends, and they just don't break here. And they come back the other way, right up to the blue line of Entourage. They come back the other way now. Moving in, nice little angle play. A little bit of a toe drag there, moving it toward the net, but a good stick save by Shekel. And it's thrown back the other way.
Yeah, Hendry, a nice move to the outside, using his speed to walk around Regs. Had a shot towards the net as well, a pretty one left off the board.
1-1 the score, 9:50 left in overtime here as it's dumped into the Isles GT zone. And once again, we have a stoppage as they were a little bit ahead of the puck. But I have to tell you, Entourage has really taken it to Isles GT in this game in terms of puck possession. If not for the goaltending of Shekel, this might have been over in regulation.
That they are.
Face-off won by Isles GT. They're just trying to settle things down, maybe get momentum back. It's Grimm to the middle of the ice on the left wing side. Gabby now has it. Gilly couldn't get it. Now down the other side of the ice comes Ethan C. into the zone. And, oh, good defense there by Isles GT. Nobody is letting them do anything.
Absolutely not. Do you have a prospect that catches your eye the most after Bedard this year? A very important draft for the Sharks.
Well, Adam Fantilli and Leo Carlson are two of the other ones. Don't forget about Matvei Michkov, too, the young Russian player. These are the top 4 selections, I think, that are going to be at the top of the board. And it's going to be interesting to see where the Sharks end up in the lottery.
As here we go.
We're back in McFlurry. He wants to be a winner. Oh, what a move. He throws to the front of the net, but good defense in front as it was knocked aside by Rampage. Coming back, Hendry in. Centering feed, and Ethan C. gets the shot on net, and a good stick save right there by Shekel.
A good test short side, but Shekel not biting on that one.
McFlurry comes back the other way, bides some time, cuts to the corner, centering feed, but it's knocked away. Kept in, Fisher. Now over to Grimm, back to Fisher. What's Fisher going to do with it? Wow, behind the back pass, pretty nifty. Got it over to the right boards, and a slap shot toward the net that's knocked away. How close was that?
Oh, Gabsy right there, but couldn't get a handle on it.
And right now, Dumoulin, good defense in front of his own goal, will drop it back. That wasn't the best decision, but Doughty is going to recover it and start to move it out. I don't know why he gave it back to Dumoulin, but he does. And Dumoulin shoots one in. Good hustle there into the left wing corner. Now Doughty the shot, good defense. Gabsy now to Ethan C. Now Doughty, and Dumoulin gets it back on the right point to the left side. Doughty the drive, good stick save made there right in front of the net by Shekel. Dumoulin on the point, just buying some time. Walking into the right wing circle, turning, shooting. It's blocked. Ethanson turns, tip, score! What a win! That was tipped in front of the net, and Entourage gets the overtime victory.
And who else but Gilly? They needed that one, as now this series just 2-1 Rampage did his job, held them tight, and Entourage 17 shots to the Isles at 13.
Amazing. Absolutely
man.
incredible.
And we certainly want to thank you for joining us as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we want to thank our sponsors, of course, WD Black, San Jose Sharks, all trying to make this happen for us here, League Gaming as well. Love having you here. Need a handshake as well. You have anything left for our viewers?
Well, Grizz, first of all, it's always a privilege to get in front of hockey fans, regardless of whether they're in the arena for a real game, whether they're listening to us on the Sharks Audio Network, or whether they're gaming right here in the WD Black Great Playoff Series. And I think we've got two great teams here. I really encourage everybody to follow all of the great prize winnings that are going to come the way of some very lucky teams. Somebody's going to win $30,000 this time. Somebody is going to win $5,000. Nobody goes home empty-handed. But the most important thing is that hockey is for everybody to participate in. I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is a game that anybody can play. It's an expensive sport to play on the ice for real, but this is another way that you can get very close to the game and follow your favorite team. And I look forward to seeing all of you at SAP Center or on the road sometime soon.
Wise words from Dan Rusanowski, as we will unfortunately bid him adieu. We want to thank him for all of his time here and commitment to the Sharks over, man, I mean, how many years has it been closing in on?
32.
40? 32. Just unbelievable, longest tenured, and he's been here from the start.
Day one.
And there's still the best to come.
You
I want to
bet.
thank you again, my man, as guys, don't go anywhere. We have Game 4 coming up after this ad break. All right, guys, welcome back to Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup. We were just joined by Dan Rusanowski, and that is an all-time moment for me.
Oh my goodness, just listening to the commentary in overtime was just incredible. I couldn't believe it.
And now we have a 2-1 series. Entourage able to get back into it. That's always the swing game. Is it going to be 3-0? Is it going to be 2-1? They do their job, make it 2-1 in overtime. It's Gilly getting on the board for his club. And we are waiting to get here into Game 4. Our teams are ready to search, and we will bring you guys that shortly. We want to shout out our sponsors, WD Black. It is time to pull our giveaway as well. You do not have to be here to claim it. It's an automatic claim, and we have some great prizes, compliments of WD Black, as well as shuffling through my paperwork a little bit. We have 4 2 terabyte WD Black SSDs being given away in chat right now. And WD Black, what a sponsor to help pull all of this together.
So many prizes. I've been kind of jealous of how many prizes that these chat members have been able to win this season. It's amazing.
Absolutely right. Again, just waiting to load into game number 4, a 2-1 series. Entourage drawing their first blood of this tournament, or rather of this live finals. And we do have an update as well as we are getting back to our gameplay. And a big update, RWB is on his way back. He will not be playing the series. It is Shekel's series the rest of the way through. But obviously RWB is now in good hands, and he's on his way back to cheer his boys on.
All right. Game number 4. You've been off the air for a while. You forget what game you're about to do commentary for. But Game 4, we're about to be underway in a 2-1 series for Isles. Entourage getting an overtime winner, thanks to Gilly.
Here we go.
Puck drop underway. We're back in action for Game 4, back in the corner. Entourage and a big hit in the slot. Turning it back is Hendry. What a feed to the slot. That one knocked away back around the goal. And Dumoulin trying to keep it alive. He's got a wrister. Save made. Rebound was blocked away to the corner. Shekel ahead down the wing. He'll try and dance around and lose the puck. Back in the hands ahead. Hendry over to Gilly. Gilly, a dancer down the middle. Cuts to the slide of the backhander. His stop there by Shekel. And the play will be halted.
And Entourage looking to pick up where they left off with that overtime winner. And they have a great first possession, forcing Shekel to make a nice save.
Oh, big. He's got to make sure he's hugging the post on those rebounds, because you never know when the shot's going to be coming on those rebounds on the side of the goal. And back comes Isles and Entourage up the middle, neutral zone, quick feed over Gilly, intercepted there by Fisher. He'll have it over to Gabsy. Gabsy trying to float it over to McFlurry, just over his stick. And Dumoulin will work it back in for Entourage. Up the middle, circling wide. On the left side is Hendry diving to make the play happen. Gets it over to Dumoulin. He got bumped off the puck. Entourage loses it, and here comes Isles up the left side. Moving is Reggs. He lets a clapper go as that one hit a body in front. Left side in there. Big hit in the left side. He's slow to get up. Odd man rush maybe for Entourage. Drop pass to Dumoulin. Then to Hendry. The pass in front is knocked away, and here comes another rush for Isles. Left side, Gilly, Gabsy across the middle, knocked away by the defensive Entourage. They work it back in the corner, and they will look to get some clock and some energy back on their side.
Yeah, and they like those clean looks, and they have looked good here to start this game. But now it's Isles coming right back with the puck.
Up the zone, moving back in is Fisher, but he's just a hair offside on the play, and a stoppage here. Game 4 and a 2-1 series lead. Grizz, who do you think is going to make a big play here in this game?
I think Fisher's done a good job throughout the series so far. He's really made his mark. He did not have a game-winning goal in these playoffs coming into the series. He's got one under his belt now, as they're going to rely on his offensive prowess as well. And Entourage is still looking for that opening goal to start this one.
Over the zone, left side. They work it back in the corner. And here is Entourage. It is Dowdy up the left side. He'll try to fiddle it away. They just dump it down. Offside warning as they got to regroup with the neutral zone. It is Grimm carrying it across for Isles up the right side. Fisher had a brick wall and couldn't go any further. Here comes Entourage. It's Hendry. Nice spin move. He couldn't get around the defense. And the puck's back in the hands of Isles. Fisher working it back in the corner. Slot chance over. Grimm keeping alive. Back over to Fisher. Left side behind the goal is Gabsy McFlurry there too. McFlurry will dance his way in the corner looking for an outlet pass. Can't find him, but there's Regs in the right side area. Over the slide, Gabsy's shot is blocked away, and the puck is ahead. Here comes a chop from Isles to get their puck back in possession. Over the left side, they dump it back into the corner. It is a play for Dowdy. Dowdy works it back in the neutral zone, trying to find an answer up the middle. He finds a chance, Ethan C. Ethan C. behind the net, left side to right, over the corner now. Dowdy slams it again, wrap around behind the net. Circling, give and go, back over. Gilly, shot, a save made by Shekel, and a big shot on goal.
And it's no question how close this series has been, especially so that first game, Isles really taking it to Entourage, the 3-0 win, but then able to bounce back. Entourage loses the next game in overtime and then wins the third game in overtime. And again, these teams so good defensively, they make you work for every inch of ice.
Ethan C. tried to get a pass through a long dump and hit a skate back in the corner. It is a play up the middle, loose puck for Fisher. Just out of the reach, bouncer off the back of the net. And it is Dumoulin hanging on for Entourage with 2 minutes to go in this first period. Across the middle, they walk it in, back to the point. Moving a chance, it is Dumoulin. Working in, backhand, toss it, score! Ethan C. makes it 1-0 in Game 4 for Entourage.
There it is, Ethan C., the recipient of that pass into the slot and rifles that one in. It's your first goal of game number 4 as Entourage looking to even up this series at 2.
Back-to-back games where they score the first goal. Back to the point it goes for Dowdy, then to Gilly in the corner. Right side boards, trying to fiddle it away. It's his chance, and Ethan C. able to knock it away that time. Again, up the left, turning an offside with 4.5 will be Entourage.
Yeah, so closing out the final seconds of this first period, it was Entourage on the hands of Ethan C. contributing to 90% of the goals scored by his club. It's just an outstanding number. Typically, you'll see 70 is a typical number, 70% for an elite player, and 90% is just something unbelievable. So he's done a really good job. Gets the first goal of this game, and now Isles is going to look to bring this one back, as now they are staring down a 1-goal deficit here going into period number 2. It's game number 4 of the Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Glad to have you back in the booth, Davos. And man, Dan Rusanowski was able to join us last game. All-time moment for me, something I will remember forever. That is going to be a very special one for a long time.
When you said he has a mind like a steel trap, you did not mince words.
And I got to shout out Sleeves, who is not here, because Sleeves is the one that kind of coined that term about him, and I just completely agreed, so I ran with it as well. So shout out to Sleeves, who is not with us here live, taking care of his pregnant wife back home as well. So well wishes to Sleeves, as he is getting ready to become a dad in August.
Oh my goodness. But no, kudos to him, man. He's been a warrior in this community for the last 4 years, and he's been one of the top content creators in the league, and kudos to him. And a shot on goal denied. Rebound goes to the corners to begin the second period of this Game 4. Entourage had the opening goal to make it 1-0. Can Isles get back and return the favor? But here comes Entourage now, skating it across the blue line. What a feed, loose puck in there, bouncing, and they get it away over to Gabsy. Isles on the move, Gabsy trying to drop it away, intercepted by Gilly, and they will regroup. Entourage trying to get the offense going once more. Neutral zone dumping by Dowdy, off the glass, pinballed around there. Gilly loose puck, side of the goal, knocked away by McFlurry. McFlurry working it back in. Loose puck again to the slot. They'll dump it around the cage, back inside once more. And the rush is on for Grimm. Bouncer to McFlurry. Back to Gabsy, and that one never got on goal.
Oh, man, that was awfully close, but a good job there. Blocked out in front. Here comes Entourage.
Ooh. Oh, man, on the goal line. Are you kidding me?
They thought they scored, Dallas. You heard them go, oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
They pulled a me from earlier in the series.
As I thought that was going to go for sure, it does not. and it is still a 1-0 game in favor of Entourage.
Oh my goodness, what a play. Back left side, deflected off the pad of Shekel behind the goal. Back to the point. Kept alive by Dumoulin, left side over, intercepted by Grimm. Grimm finds McFlurry, then across right side to Fisher. Give and go, back to Reggs at the point. He fakes the drive, over, one-timer save made by Rampage. He'll get the stoppage with 12 minutes to go.
Big save by Rampage there, and he's going to have to be electric once again to give his team a chance to tie this series up. But not if Isles has anything to say about it. Offensive zone faceoff here for IGT.
Oh yeah, face-off offensive zone here in this second period. It is one for Entourage. They'll skate up the zone. It is Hendry looking, trying to find the lane. It's knocked away. Puck there for Ethan C. Dropping it back over the point. Give and go. And a loose puck is just squibbed over the blue line. And not the kind of pass I'm assuming.
No,
they
that's not what they were looking for. But here they come once again. It's Entourage in the offensive zone.
Dumoulin knocked away, got it back. Here's McFlurry. Isles on the move, but keeping a low pace. Slow profile as Reggs up the right side boards. Hits Fisher, but he's stymied at the blue line and fiddled away back to Gilly. Gilly, what a spin move, toss across, and that one just missed wide. As Dumoulin will regroup his team in the defensive end with 8 minutes to go. Over the blue line, walking in, loose puck. Oh, just offside as he tried to finagle it over to Dowdy.
And not able to reel that one in on sides as Entourage looking real good here in this game 4. They enjoy the 1-0 lead. Isles GT looking to tie this game up and give themselves a chance to get that third win for their club in this series. Entourage looking to even it up at 2.
There's a backhand pass over to Ethan C. A toss across and a blocker save is made by Shekel. Battle ensues behind the net, but it's picked up by Isles. Ahead McFlurry finds Fisher over the blue line, but they're going to call it back on the offside. 6:16 to go.
Yeah, and it's becoming a neutral zone battle here in this game number 4. Again, Entourage enjoying that 1-0 lead as 6-4 are faceoffs in favor of Ethan C., but he will drop that one. They get it right back.
This one back in the corner. It is Entourage. Ethan C. over for a chance to try to put a poke check there by Reggs on Hendry. Knocked away, back inside. Ethan C. gets the loose puck in the crease. A 3-on-2 for Entourage. Over the pass, Ethan C. What a toss, rebound, puck loose in the crease, and a bouncer in front is going to be covered by Shekel.
How close was that? The puck just loose in the crease, ripe for the pickings, and it's Shekel able to get to it first and save that one.
Man, what a bounce. Shekel's been a lot busy in the crease. Loose puck, save again. Shekel going from his left to his right as he makes another good pad save.
Well, they're getting him moving as well. You see Shekel kind of bouncing around, and when you're able to get the goaltender moving like that, it's only a matter of time before they overplay one and you have an empty net to look at as they are looking for that second goal of this game.
Here's a face-off back across. Dumoulin to go, he score! It deflects in! And a huge goal for Entourage. And they lead it 2-0.
And man, just like the roar of a lion, Entourage alive and well as they are out shooting Isles 9-3. They have more time on attack as well, and they want to tie this series up.
They're playing exactly the way they wanted to play in the first 2 games, but letting their team up by 2-0, I feel is always a bold strategy in these tournaments, and they're showing that they can potentially come back and tie this series. A good start to this period for Entourage.
And the Ethan C. Big Tipper, we've seen that a couple of times now, is a little quiet those first couple of games, and now starting to make his mark on this series as Entourage leads 2-0 in game number 4. At the end of this game, we will be pulling that draw for 4 of those 2 terabyte WD Black SSDs. Want to shout out our special sponsors of this Sharks Pacific Cup. Of course, would not be possible without the likes of WD Black, League Gaming, Sharks Gaming, and of course the Sharks, and all of you in chat that have been supporting us all the way through as Entourage a 2-0 lead, looking for a third.
Again, back in the corner as we begin the second period. Ethan C. has been on a tear in these last couple of games As we talked about how good he's been in the playoffs, he's just continuing that trend as the puck goes back to Grimm. Across Riggs, lets it go, and that one deflects wide. Left side back over. McFlurry dazzles it back to the point. Grimm, what a move. Shot, save, loose puck. Bouncer, and that one goes wide. Fisher gives it over to Riggs. Riggs marches in, backside, pass across, never got there. Here comes a 2-on-1. Entourage across, back to the score! What a pass! What a goal! It's 3-0 Entourage!
And it looked like they were going to have a 2-on-1, but they stayed with it and slowed it down and hit the trailer for the shot. Not the typical pass across cross crease that you might have been expecting, but they wait and hit the money on that pass, and it is Gilly was able to jump up in the play and get the third goal for Entourage late in the second, and our 2 periods have come and gone in Game 4. It's Gilly getting his 17th goal. It was Ethan C. getting his 33rd goal of the playoffs.
Wow.
And here we go. He's got 2 goals in this game. Here's a look at that face-off play. We've seen a couple of face-off plays drawn up from Entourage. Big tipper, that shot gets through, nothing you can do there. And now a 3-0 rout as Isles GT staring down a deficit.
And this has been the gimme game Entourage has been looking for all series long. They didn't get the clean start they were looking for against a very tough Isles team. Isles definitely put them down to where they say, hey, we are the #1 team. You guys got to battle back if you want to beat us.
Absolutely right, and clearly far and away the #1 and #2 teams. Again, Entourage, a national or a world championship to their credit. Both these clubs have won championships. Anaheim Ducks Gaming Launch Tournament. You saw Isles GT taking down Hendry and the Entourage. And then Entourage did their thing in Helsinki, becoming the world champs. And then Isles GT bounced back at the Caps Gaming Land, where they won another live event, looking to do that here. But not if Entourage has anything to say about it, with a 3-0 Game 4.
This one dumped back in third period. Still a 3-0 game. Loose puck at the side of the net. Oh, baby, Rampage getting a goal line stand and covering it up right before it goes over.
And we're getting a lot of that here today, as a lot of close calls, a lot of squeakers, just not going.
Here's the play across Entourage. Dumoulin hits Dowdy. Left side, Hendry almost dances past the defensive Regs. Back over for Isles. Puck loose in the corner. Shot on goal from Gabsy. And that one is directed wide by Rampage. Across the zone they go. Now the pressure comes on. A huge hit in the corner as Fisher came out of nowhere. Over to McFlurry, dropping it back. Regs a 3-on-2. Drop it back. It's knocked away by Entourage. Odd men rush through the way. Another 2-on-1. Backfed pass. And Schickel with a great save to stop play here in the third.
What a save by Scheckel, as Entourage is feeling it this game. Another odd man rush. They've done a great job to stifle the Isles. I mentioned both of these teams are so good at knocking the other off of their game. And now it's Entourage's turn as they lead 3-0.
What a play inside. Working a toss. Bouncer. Regs shot. That one blocked again. Loose puck at the side of the goal. And Gabsy over the slot. McFlurry walks in. What a defensive play. But he keeps it alive. Back to Grimm at the point. Regs shoots. That one blocked in front again. Another rush for Entourage down the left side. And it's picked up and dished back for Dowdy. They'll regroup and he'll toss it back to neutral zone ice. Easily intercepted by Grimm. Over the middle. Easily taken away that time by Entourage. Moving is Ethan C. What a move as he dances wide of the loose puck. They work it back in the slot again once more. Working it over the line. And offside will be called.
And another special shout out to our partners at WD Black, helping make the Pacific Cup possible. And we are live here in San Jose. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else, as it has been a phenomenal experience so far. And we are still looking for our victors at the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University, as WD Black not just giving away those four 2-terabyte WD Black SSDs, but also giving away WD mugs as the door prize for those in attendance here today.
That's a good chance from Hendry. Walked it in front, and he couldn't get the shot away. Loose puck goes behind the goal, back to the point. Dowdy will just dump it into the corner. Didn't really see a whole lot. And Entourage gave it away. Back over for Isles. It is Gabsy, and a penalty coming up against Entourage. And Isles goes on the power play in this third period.
All right, and there is still time left if they can convert early on in this power play and stop the bleeding and get one of their own.
Loose puck side of the goal, and again, Dumoulin has been having the tall task of stopping at the side of the goal to make sure Gabsy didn't get that rebound. Across it goes, a long dump in and clear down the ice with 8:26 to go in the third period. Across right side for Fisher, dropping it back to Grimm. He walks in, Grimm passes, Regs in, backhand, looks for some room, back to the point again, left side, Grimm to the right. Grimm, look out, shot, denied there by the netminder. Giles keep it alive though. Grimm right side, a shot, again blocked, loose puck is able to be cleared away out of the zone by Entourage to the neutral zone ice. And they'll work it back in with 7:15 left. In the right side, a toss on goal, and he can't get the rebound. And it's finally Ethan C. almost giving it away. Short-handed, or maybe a 2-on-1. Oh, and a play by Grimm to knock it away. Another rush now for Gabsy. Toss across, and that one never got on goal. Rebound ahead for Doughty, and he will finally give it back in the zone. Toss to center, cleared back out. Gilly down the right side. Gilly works it to the front. Score! What a play by Gilly to stifle that one home. And it is all Entourage in this game 4.
Oh, Gilly, one-on-one masterclass, able to beat Grimm outside towards the boards, cutting back inside, short side, Shekel upstairs. 4-0. Gilly has another in this game. 4:30 to go in the third. As Entourage looking to tie this series up at 2.
His 20th goal, rebound at the front of the net, covered up by Rampage, and it is 4-0, less than 4 minutes to go.
Less than 4 minutes to go here. Still looking for signs of life. Rampage doing a great job in net. He has the goal support he needs to win this game. We'll see what Isles has left in the tank here in game 4.
Over the blue line, moving in, looking around. Loose puck is knocked away there by Isles. Here's another 3-on-2. Here's a rush for Grimm, walks in, and a block in front by the defensive Entourage. Racing in is Gilly. He is a man breaking chance. Never got there as it just floated wide of the net. Walking across the blue line is Gabsy. Gabsy, nice move around the defense. Behind the net, they pin him along the boards. A rush for McFlurry. Chance at the side of the goal. That one squibs free. McFlurry back over to Fisher. Loose puck at the side of the goal, covered by Rampage. No loose puck behind the net. And the puck battle ensues. They cleared away down the ice. And they work it back in. A nice play by Entourage. And they'll float it into the corner. Played all the way down the ice. 38 seconds to go. Back inside to the left side. McFlurry dazzles in the toss. Never got through. Loose puck. Backhand score. It's McFlurry on the doorstep for the rebound. It's 4-1.
All right, they do get one back. Rampage, unfortunately, will not collect the goose egg this game. Now a 4-1 game, and it is McFlurry on the feed from Regs.
A huge rebound play. Backside. That's a big save by Rampage. Rebound ahead to the zone. And walking in is Hendry just to dump it around. 17 seconds to go. This one across the blue line. Marching in. Dancing wide. Gabsy drops it. Over to McFlurry, toss across, that one directed wide. McFlurry scrubs it away, 4 seconds to go. Grimm a drive, that one hops wide in the corner, then they score! Fisher with less than 2 seconds to play. It's a 4-2 game.
Oh my God!
As Rampage says, are you kidding me? As he didn't like that one, as it looks like this game, just one more face-off, a why not, 0.2 seconds left. A 4-2 victory for Entourage in Game 4. Guys, do not go anywhere. We will be right back for Game 5. We are back. I know you're excited.
Oh, I'm
Tell them why.
stoked! The Leafs won, baby! Overtime, let's go!
History has been made here at Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming.
Grizz, as a long-suffering Leafs fan, I have been a Leafs fan since I was born in '84, okay? I have seen pretty much everything except success, and for them to finally break this curse, I cannot express the joy in my heart right now.
The Sabres no longer can say that with the longest active NHL playoff drought, they have been to the second round more recently. The Leafs have broken and shattered the curse. The parade is going on because Leafs, you are in round 2.
I don't know about the parade, but
I
we're
think
happy
there will
to
be.
be moving on. I'll
I
say
think
that
there will
much.
be. Living in Buffalo, similarly, when the Bills broke their 17-year playoff drought,
Yep.
it was a pretty big deal.
No doubt.
And definitely a big deal for Leafs fans. The core can remain intact. Don't think anyone will get fired this year around. Our guys are ready to search here for Game 5. We have a tie series, 2-2, and Entourage. They looked good.
Well, you want to talk about overcoming adversity and resiliency that we've seen both on the ice and in the virtual game. Entourage. They were down 2-0 in this series. They have stormed back and look like a completely different team than what we saw earlier. And they've kind of put Isles GT on their heels a little bit here. So it's now a best of 3.
That they did, and I do want to shout out RWB, who is now back in the house.
Yes.
He will not be playing, but good to see him back. Did have that medical emergency, had to go off to the hospital. So just an update on him. He is back. Isles are looking to rebound from that game. They know what they got to do. They won the first 2.
Yep.
They dropped the next 2, and it's a whole new series here in Game 5.
Well, you got to think with RWB in the house, that's going to fire up the boys in blue as we get you set for the puck drop. It's Isles GT Entourage, game number 5 of this best of 7 series, and we're underway as you're tuned into Season 3, the grand finals of the Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. As Entourage bring the puck in the zone, they're in the white jerseys, Isles GT in the road blues as Entourage trying to center it through there, but nice block by Regs, and now here goes Isles GT as Grimm. He takes a shot from the point, that one off a skate and wide, but controlled by Regs as he lets it fire, and a good save that time by Rampage. Grimm moves it over to Regs. There's another blast from the point as Regs starting to heat up, but 2 big saves by Rampage early on.
A reminder of what they are playing for. $35,000 on the line tonight, $30K to the winner, as well as 6 authentic jerseys as well, to the credit of WD Black, our fantastic sponsor, alongside League Gaming.
And of course, big shout out to everyone from San Jose Sharks, SJSharks Gaming, Patrick Hooper, Aaron Fesh, everybody behind the scenes who has supported this phenomenal event. As Doughty, he brings the puck in and slides right in on goal where Shekel plays it out. Controlled now by Isles GT as they start to wheel out of their own zone. McFlurry drops for Regs, straight up the middle of the ice, soft dump into the corner, but Doughty gets to it first as he tries to shield off the forward checking pressure. Puck jarred loose. Fisher tries to go cross crease, but no one there in blue.
That last possession, I just got shades of Reject and net from Shekel as talking about when Reject sauced up a nice pizza and got scored on, and the puck came to him, wasn't ready to play it out. Swear he was facing the other way, but did not go. There's a nice chance there.
Yeah,
from
Gapsy
Wiles.
with that last chance, but a good save by Rampage, and we get the whistle. 12:04 left in the first.
So here we are in a Game 5 series at the top left of your screen below the Entourage lineup, taking on Isles GT. Isles in the offensive zone, but they will lose that draw. Here comes Entourage.
As they wheel out of their own zone, led by Dumoulin across center ice. Good touch pass. Gilly tries to feed it cross crease as Shekel just got his right pad there to make that save. Controlled now by Grimm into the offensive zone for Isles GT through the high slot. Thought about a shot. Centers in front, nothing doing. Ethan C there with a good defensive collapse to take that chance away as we hit the midway mark of the period. Scoreless so far in this game between Isles GT and Entourage. It's game number 5 of this best of 7 series. You're tuned in to the Season 3 grand finals of the Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Here go Entourage across center ice. Pass ahead, Ethan C makes the dish over to Gilly. He tries to fight off the checking pressure as Henry tried to spin that one in front from below the goal line. Doughty's shot from the point blocked as Grimm starts to break out here. Gapsy up the left wing. Picked up as McFlurry tries to drive his way in front of the net. He gets clipped, and that's going to be a power play for Isles GT with 7:06 left in the first.
All right, and here we go. A great chance to break this game wide open, and it's Isles GT on the power play. Haven't seen an awful lot of it. You know they're going to go for that big tipper shot, and these D-men are going to get moving, and here they go.
As they've got it, Regs from the point tries to work his way in front, nothing doing, but is able to hold the zone. 1:35 left on the power play. Regs dishes off to Fisher through the high slot. He shields the puck, but finally stripped away by Gilly and sent down the ice with 1:15 remaining as Shekel just kind of let that one go aside there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try and clear that one, but man, he got that save animation, but puck just still goes wide regardless.
Grimm, he's got it now for the Isles on the power play, trying to center that one through. It was blocked out, but they hold the zone. Grimm fires the shot, blocked in front again. Loose puck. Regs will pick it up at center ice. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Gapsy working the left wing as it's controlled by McFlurry, trying to work his way off the half wall. Back to the point for Grimm. Grimm shielding it from the poke, checking pressure, gets around the first defender. Power play now over. Shot from the point, and that one ricocheted just wide. As digging away for it is Ethan C. He'll send that down the ice. 4:20 to go in the first. No icing as Shekel had to play that one. And now it's controlled by Grimm quickly out across center ice. Hits Regs in stride. Dishes over to Gabsy off the half wall. Couldn't get around Dumoulin, who now controls for Entourage with 3:10 left in the first.
Power play has come and gone back to five-a-side hockey here into the offensive zone. It's Entourage.
As it's controlled by Dumoulin. Checking his options. He has Doughty at the point. Centers for Ethan C. through the high slot. Back to Doughty. Dumoulin, he lets it fly. Big save by Shekel. The rebound against the end boards before McFlurry had it. Stripped off his stick by Ethan C. Tries to center. 90 seconds remaining in the period. Dug out by Regs. Plays it up the wall for Fisher. He went for the stretch pass. That was picked off. Entourage have it with Dumoulin. And 45 seconds remaining in the period. Straight up the ice. Across center. Dumoulin didn't like what he saw, so he peels back. And that'll pretty much do it for the period. Maybe time for one last chance with 7 seconds remaining. Here goes Henry working the wing. Trying to spin his way in front. Pass picked off. And that will be the end of the period. So after one, we're scoreless 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0 looking for that goal. So we'll get a look at a massive hit from Fisher, and it's Dumoulin, the recipient. Oh, man, just bone-jarring hit there from Fisher, knocking Dumoulin down along the blue line as a good period in the books. These teams are really making it tough to get on the board. We have had fantastic goaltending all the way through. You talk about Shekel playing on 70 ping from the comfort of his own home, not on land. We have a Rampage here on practically 0 ping. These goaltenders have been electric, and these teams got to dig deep. It's time to draw something up. You're in a 2-2 series. This game, super, super important here to get that 3-2 series lead.
Absolutely. You can't understate the importance of this game. Not only does it give the team the edge in what is now a best of 3, but if Oz GT can find a way to win this, they pull the momentum back. If Entourage get the win, they know that they will have picked up 3 straight and are 1 away from closing it out. So this is a massive game. As we get you set for the second period puck drop, Season 3 Grand Finals of the Sharks Pacific Cup 6v6 presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Isles GT picking the puck up off their own end boards after it was dumped in, and now Fisher quickly across center ice. Touch passing is Gapsy through the slot, drops to Fisher at the point. Now Grimm controls, stick check, and that jars the puck loose, but Isles GT hold the zone. Gapsy through the high slot. The one-timer, what a chance is that one, high and wide, but that's what they're working for. Grimm from the goal line tries to center. McFlurry back to the point for Regs. 3 minutes gone in the period. Regs, he lets it fly. Big save by Rampage, a juicy rebound, but they can't tap it in. Regs, the D-to-D one-timer. That one collapsed in front with a good block by Dumoulin, and now Henry makes the pass over to Gilly. Gilly trying to pull out from the corner. Back to the point. There's a shot redirected, but never made it on net.
Did you say D-to-D one-timer? Are you sure Junior Pens isn't playing?
Saw some of his GWC highlights from earlier today. Strong performance as always as Regs, he makes the pass down low into the corner, but that one picked off as we approach the midway mark of the second period and midway mark of this game, and we're still awaiting our first goal in this one. As Henry, he gets knocked off the puck, and it'll be controlled here by Grimm for Isles GT. Out across center ice, soft dump into the corner, chasing after it. Gabsy, but it's McFlurry that comes away with it. McFlurry out of the corner, shielding the puck there. He checks his options, lays off for Gabsy, right back to McFlurry behind the net. Bank pass over to Regs. Down low for Fisher, centering in front. Good patient approach there from Isles GT, but just missing on that last attempt.
Yeah, 11:30 here to go in the second period. A good reset there. Isles looking to punch that one in on sides, and they do.
Fisher, he holds it, makes the pass. Gapsy shot right on. Big save by Rampage as Dumoulin gives him a fist bump for appreciation.
Rampage has been phenomenal throughout this series. He's given his team a chance in every game they've played, like alongside Shekel. And this goaltender duel has been just incredible to watch from the booth. As, like I said, these teams making it awfully tough. Isles GT 8-3 in favor of shots over Entourage. And it looks like the reverse of that game 4, where Entourage had the shots, they had the possession, they were dominating. Now it's Isles GT's turn as they're trying to claw their way back and get that third win.
Right now it's Isles GT out shooting Entourage in the second period. I don't believe Entourage have registered a shot in the second period yet, but certainly a tight game that can go either way. We await the opening goal here as you're tuned into Season 3 Grand Finals of the 6v6 Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. As we get a bit of a pause break, and then we'll quickly jump back into the action because we're still awaiting the opening goal in this one.
That we are, and it's a $35,000 prize pool here today. $30,000 to the winner, $5,000 to the runner-up. The winners will also get themselves authentic Sharks jerseys as well.
Fisher from the faceoff, back to Grimm. Isles trying to get some offensive zone possession and pressure, but they turn it over, and now Entourage will start to break out with Dumoulin. He makes the pass over to Doughty, quickly across the line. Gilly, as Ethansy tried to drop it in front. Ethansy behind the goal, rims it around the boards. Gabsy there for the initial interception, but Entourage able to hold the zone for the time being. Grimm, bank pass out through center ice. Now Fisher has it working the right wing. Fisher makes the pass to McFlurry. Behind the net, around the corner, and back to the point where Reggs takes possession. Down low, McFlurry. Fisher behind the goal, checking his options. Fisher out of the corner, sends it over to Reggs. He was closed down. Fisher finds Grimm at the point. His shot in front. Oh, McFlurry had a whack at it, but a huge save by Rampage.
I think that might be a little grin on Rampage's face, not quite sure, as he's locked in, showing the very smallest amount of emotion there as he knows how big this game is.
And a big face-off win there for Isles GT as Grimm holds it at the point. 6.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Gabsy with that rip and a huge save by Rampage as Gabsy was all alone in the slot. Fisher, he's got it at the point now, covering for Reggs. Reggs off the half wall, his shot scooped up, and Rampage once again holds it for the face-off.
I mean, Isles is throwing everything they have right now. Seems like it's only a matter of time. They're winning draws. They are getting consistent pressure, but they have not solved Rampage in Game 5.
Another big face-off here. This one to the left of Rampage, won by Isles GT. Grimm tried to force it through, was blocked, and now controlled by Reggs inside his own blue line with 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Fisher working the right wing, takes it tight. Oh, tried to find that short side, but snuffed out as now it's controlled by McFlurry. Spin move, tries to center, but there's Doughty with a great defensive play as Hendry across the offensive blue line. Hendry from the half wall pulls back to the point for Doughty. Under pressure, he does well to shield it and make the pass over to Dumoulin. Dumoulin holding it, trying to use the half spin to get away from the defenders. Nothing doing that time. Second shot attempt gets blocked. Hendry off the half wall. 2 minutes to go in the period. Ethansy back to the point. Doughty, his shot. Big save by Shekel with white jerseys swarming the crease.
And as much as it's been Isles GT, one shot can be the difference maker in a game like this. And Shekel had to be sharp there to make a stop, as he hasn't been that busy, been a little quiet for him, but still tested there by Entourage. Now here comes the Isles.
As they're led by Fisher, but Hendry strips the puck away, and now Dumoulin quickly back the other way. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Entourage trying to press forward, but a good defensive play that time. As coming with it are Isles GT, and here goes Reggs. 7 seconds in the period. Sends the puck in deep. Doughty gets to it first. He'll dump it down the ice, and after 40 minutes, we're still scoreless in game number 5 of this best-of-7 series.
Again, they know how important this game is, and the Isles look like they were going to take the lead multiple times this game, if not for some heroics from Rampage, as a big hit by Doughty into the boards there, and Shekel cover that one up. So 2 periods have come and gone. We are scoreless in Game 5. It is a 2-2 series. We are waiting for someone to take control of this game as Isles has 11 shots to Entourage 4. They get 1 shot in that period, but a very good shot.
Well, yes, it was a high-quality opportunity for Entourage as we get a look at this chance for Isles GT. Wow, what an outrageous save. That replay really shows an unbelievable save by Rampage. I mean, that looked labeled for the net.
I mean, that was unreal. You see his pad was kicked in. Last second kicks it out, makes the save. Rampage certainly doing his job in this game.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Likewise, Shekel as well. You know, that last shot easily could have went in. Found a way to make the stop.
It's been a battle of attendees as we get the third period of play underway. You're tuned into Season 3 of the Sharks Pacific Cup. It's the grand finals presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Entourage and Isles GT squared 0-0. Square in this best of 7, 2 games apiece. Here goes Regs, makes the pass to Fisher. Oh, McFlurry thought he had it, but what another great save by Rampage.
Yes, guys, just an update. RWB is back here. He is not playing. He is back from that medical emergency, standing by, supporting his team on the sidelines. And Shekel is stepping in that relief role from the comfort of his own home.
Fisher from the faceoff drives the net, but couldn't quite tuck it in short side, as now Dumoulin takes control for Entourage. Cross ice pass, Doughty hits the man in stride up the wing, but Reg's there to strip it away. 3 minutes gone in the third as Grimm starts to wheel out through center ice. Grimm hits Regs, who quickly dishes to McFlurry. Gabsy back to Regs, back to Gabsy, off the post, what a chance there! It looked like he had Rampage clean beat. Regs over to Grimm. Grimm, they change positions. Fisher down low in the corner, trying to spin off, but he makes a kick pass over to Regs. Regs from the half wall, he tries a shot, that's blocked. Feathers it down low to the corner where Doughty takes possession. And he'll slow things down now for Entourage as he quickly speeds back up and wheels out across center ice. There's the pass, Dumoulin back to Doughty, but just offside. 13:51 to play.
Hey, why not, as Entourage trying to get a look at some of their own offense, as Isles out shooting at 12-4 to this point. As Entourage did only have that one in the last period. They do not have a shot yet in this third period. So Isles, they have to take advantage. The longer you let this game hang around, the more it could become a single big tipper goal could seal it.
No doubt about it, as Fisher digs away for the puck in the offensive zone, makes the pass to Grimm. Grimm trying to open up a lane here as he pivots around with possession. Gabsy from the face-off dot on the left side, back to the point for Grimm. He feathers a shot, that one blocked in front, and now it's cleared down the ice, but not enough for icing, so Regs takes it with 11:20 to go in the third. Straight up the middle, Gabsy, he tries to drop it for McFlurry, that's broken up by Gilly, and now Doughty takes it out for Entourage. Approaching the midway mark of the third period, you're tuned into Season 3 finale of the Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. As Grimm, he makes a good pass over to Gabsy, and he starts to spring free. Gabsy tries to drop back for McFlurry, but that got closed down, and we're still awaiting the opening goal of this game, as Regs brings it into the zone and just as quickly stripped away.
What a good back check there to disrupt what looked like a for-sure grade A opportunity developing, and nonetheless, no opportunity at all.
Delayed penalty here on a play off the puck, so discipline a problem there for Entourage. It's going to be a power play coming up for Isles GT, but here goes McFlurry into the zone. He gets hammered, and now we get the whistle for the power play.
Touched up, Isles gonna have a chance here to get their first goal, the first goal of this game, as it has not happened just yet. Man advantage, let's see it.
7:09 remaining in the third. Isles GT win the faceoff. Grimm, the one-timer, that one ripped just wide by Fisher. As Doughty there, let's get a look at those statistics for special teams, Chris.
9%, yes, 9% on the power play. Isles could really use one now.
Let's see what Regs can do as he leads them up the ice. Grimm makes the pass over to Fisher. A minute remaining in the power play as Entourage clear it down the ice. 6 minutes remaining in the third. Grimm quickly hammers up on the sticks, and he's across center ice. Fisher, they're offside with 5:50 to go in the third.
Yeah, time's starting to dwindle here, and again, you let a team hang around when you probably deserve to win. It might be going the other way. It is a game of bounces. 5:50 to go in the third. It is game 5, deadlocked at 0. Who is it going to be? Who do you guys want to see take a hold of this game? Maybe give us a player as well in chat. Want to hear from you guys. and see what we have developing here. It's the Isles on the rush.
10 seconds remaining in the power play, but again, mistiming the zone entry, so now we're back to 5-a-side hockey as we get the offside. 5:04 to go in the third, and the Isles are just getting mucked up through the neutral zone right now.
Yeah, and the chatter's starting to get lively here as you could cut the tension with a knife. So important, this swing game 5, as the winner will have a 3-2 advantage, and we will enter our first elimination, game 6. Who's it going to be?
Dowdy, he dumps the puck in, 4:10 to go in the third. Scooped up, the one-timer, what a save there by Shekel. Against the end boards, battling for it, and it's Grimm that comes away with it as Fisher across center ice, but he peels back, doesn't like what he sees, and now Regs will start the breakout here for Isles GT. Up the right wing, tries to hit Fisher with the pass turned over. Gilly, he's got one to beat. Oh, wow, what a back check there by Gabsy to strip the puck away and not commit a penalty on that play. As it's brought in here now by McFlurry, makes the dish over to Fisher. Fisher bounces off the check. He's still got the puck. 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Grimm tries to work his way off the half wall. He's pinned against the boards. Gapsy couldn't get his way in front. McFlurry, oh, what a chance! But the best save of the night right there by Rampage.
Oh my goodness, what do you got to do to score on this guy in this game? He is just locked in, and Isles left off the board on one of their best chances of this game.
A game-saving save with just 54 seconds remaining. Long minute here in the third. Fisher centers. What a chance for Gapsy, but what a defensive collapse as a couple of Entourage players there to block the opportunity.
You can hear the frustration setting in. They just got to continue playing their game, as they've done a great job, and it's a matter of time, but you got to take care of the defensive side too, now that we're in the final 30 seconds.
Exactly, 30 seconds remaining, and a power play coming here. Interference the call, and Entourage are going to have the man advantage.
Can they steal this game 5? Here we go. It's been Isles the whole time. Now it's Entourage, man advantage.
Doughty to Dumoulin. Dumoulin sidesteps the first check. Doughty stepping in from the point, checking his options. Back to Dumoulin, 20 seconds to go. Dumoulin centers in front. Regs there for the interception. Cleared down the ice, 15 seconds in regulation as Rampage plays it out for Dumoulin. They want to end this now. Doughty into the offensive zone. Pulls back, shoots, that one blocked. 6 seconds remaining as Grimm tries to keep it in the corner. Dumoulin to Doughty. Oh, what a chance off the side of the net. That was it for Entourage, and they couldn't put it home.
Disbelief by both sides. These guys have been going punch after punch after punch. I mentioned it on my first stream earlier. This is truly a Clash of Titans matchup. You have Rocky Balboa, you have Apollo Creed. Take your pick. It's going to be last punch, last man standing, as we are headed to OT. Isles out shooting 13-5. They have been unable to convert on the power play chances they've been given. 9% on the playoffs on the power play. It's been a struggle for them special teams-wise so far. And their penalty kill, not great numbers either. On the other side, Entourage has still the chance to steal this game.
Very much so, and of course they'll be on the power play here as we begin overtime with that late penalty and the chance they generated there in the last few seconds. And my goodness, this could go either way. It's getting sweaty in here, and the guys are clamping down because they are ready to roll for overtime.
Here we go.
All right, let us know in chat who you've got. It's overtime. Game number 5 of the Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3 Grand Finals, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Here goes Entourage. Doughty on the puck. He'll drop it back as it's secured by Dumoulin. Power play still pressing here for Entourage as they get the puck in deep. Henry back to Doughty. Shot from the point, tipped in front. Big save by Shekel. Loose puck behind the net as Entourage may have gotten away with one. Sharp angle one-timer. That one turned away. That would have been a tough one for Henry to put in as Shekel was tight to the post.
Yeah, testing him short side, and Fisher will step out of the box. 5-on-5 hockey here.
As Regs brings it up for Isles GT, drops to Fisher, the one-timer from the point off, Grimm's stick blocked, and now here goes Henry across the blue line, drops over for Ethan C, forced behind the net, as that one took a bit of an odd bounce, but Entourage unable to capitalize, and now here goes Regs for Isles GT. Regs working the right wing, plays it around the boards. Fisher picks it up. Grimm off the half wall, checks his options, takes it down low, centers that one through the blue ice, but no one there for the Isles to take it.
And you see what Doughty did there right away. As soon as he corralled that puck in, off and got out of danger. No turnovers right there.
Smart heads-up defensive plays by the combination of Dumoulin and Doughty for Entourage. And now Dumoulin makes the pass to Gilly. The one-timer from Hendry goes wide, as that took a bit of an odd bounce off the end boards. And now here goes Fisher for Isles GT. Fisher into the corner, pulls back for Regs, fakes the clapper. Now lets it fly, but that one blocked by Hendry as Gilly takes possession.
Hendry, the diving play there to block that shot. Regs tried to tee one up. He fake slapped into the real slap, and it got blocked.
Approaching the midway mark of overtime as Doughty fakes the shot, passes to Dumoulin as there was traffic in front, and Shekel with another big save. Doughty, Dumoulin, he lets it fly. Shekel gets just enough to keep that out. Gilly, he tries to feed that one in front, nothing doing that time as it's controlled now by Regs. As we hit the midway mark of overtime, still scoreless in this game. You're tuned into Season 3 of the Sharks Pacific Cup. It's the grand finals with $35,000 on the line, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Ethan C. tries to hit the man going to the net in Hendry, but knocked off stride, and now Regs takes possession. Regs working the right wing, gets around Hendry and dumps that puck in deep. Picked up by Gabsy, trying to center in front, but nothing doing that time. And now here goes Gilly trying to lead the break, and we get another power play in overtime for Entourage.
Entourage on the power play. This could be it. Do you have a pick from this team who might score right now?
You're asking me?
Yep.
Man, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm going to say it's one of the D. I think Doughty gets the overtime winner here.
Here we go.
Let's find out. To the point, Dumoulin to Doughty, back to Dumoulin. His shot right on, big save by Shekel. He's not getting dunked, he holds that.
These shots are getting through clean. Entourage doing a good chance, or having another good chance rather, as got dominated early on, but now they're starting to find their game on the man advantage. Could end right here.
Another big face-off as they scrum for possession. Entourage have it. Dumoulin back to the point. Doughty checking his options. The two try to exchange position as that shot tipped right on. Shekel with the save and now cleared down the ice as Dumoulin will retrieve it with a minute remaining on the power play and just over 7 remaining in overtime. Dumoulin stepping in from the point. There's a one-timer. Shekel had the near post covered, making a big save on Gilly.
Oh, there might have been a little bit of daylight there, but Shekel snatched that one right out of the air. And he will cover up. Nice to see George in chat as well. Sheck always ready for the biggies, ice in his veins.
No doubt about it. He has been big in this game. Both tendies have. Rampage has been on his A game as well. As we've got 6.5 minutes remaining in overtime, 20 seconds remaining in the Entourage power play. Dumoulin stepping in from the point, drops to Doughty. The one-timer, what a save by Shekel as Hendry let it rip.
Read it like a book, moving left to right on your screen, making a fantastic save. Back to 5-on-5 again. Each of these teams having chances, unable to convert on the man up.
Grimm makes the pass to Fisher across the blue line. Fisher in through the slot. Oh, what a save by Rampage. He stonewalls McFlurry with that chance. Here go Entourage back the other way. As Gilly, he tried to spin his way in front, nothing doing. Dumoulin at the point. Sidesteps the first check, tries the cross crease, one-timer, nothing doing. Ethan C. tries to set up that centering pass, it's broken up. Now Fisher working the right wing for Isles GT, squeaks past the defender, pulls back for Reg, centers, McFlurry tries to jam it in. Huge save by Rampage. End-to-end action here. What a move by Hendry, between the legs, Steek as he drops now for Doughty. Doughty trying to evade the pressure supplied by Fisher. Shot from the point, big paddle save there by Shekel as the rebound now controlled by Grimm with a minute 45 remaining in a scoreless overtime in game number 5 of this best of 7 series as Isles GT trying to centering that one through, but it's broken up. Here goes Hendry. 90 plus seconds remaining in overtime as Doughty starts to slow things down once again. Leads the breakout here. Doughty across the blue line. Hits Gilly in stride, rims it around the boards where Dumoulin picks it up, but it's given away as Fisher takes control. Fisher playing it back into his own zone, so now Grimm leads the breakout for Isles GT with a minute 15 remaining in overtime as Gabsy tries to split his way through 3 would-be defenders, and the third man jars the puck loose. Shot from the point, big kick save there by Rampage as we approach the final minute of a scoreless overtime. Here goes Entourage, held up at the line by Gabsy as he got a block there. Final minute of play. Here goes Entourage as they wheel out of their own zone. Doughty over to Dumoulin. Dumoulin back to Doughty. Lets the shot go. Big save by Shekel as the rebound was there, but Grimm able to secure it.
Clean shots getting through, but no tip could be found as well. Here we go.
Grimm has to pull back on the mistimed zone entry, so they'll wheel up once again here with 35 seconds remaining. Grimm hits McFlurry. He dishes over to Fisher. Picked his pocket, was Doughty as he streaks away with the puck. 28 seconds remaining in overtime. That one jarred loose as Fisher now hits McFlurry. Gabsy across the attacking blue line tries to get around the man, but Dumoulin there with sound defensive play strips it loose, and now he leads the counter for Entourage. Dumoulin evading the stick checks. 12 seconds to go in overtime. Look at this by Dumoulin. It's over! Oh, wow! My goodness, what an ending! Dumoulin sets it up for the game winner, and Entourage have won 3 straight and now have a 3-2 series lead. Unbelievable.
It was a 2-0 series start for the Isles. They've dropped 3 in a row in overtime for Entourage. They are winners in Game 5 as we will get set up for Game 6. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. Welcome back to Season 3 of the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. Another change in the broadcast booth. We have Davos Cast alongside myself, ready for Game 6 action, ready to get underway here. And it all comes down to this, our first elimination game of the evening. It's a best-of-7 series. We are down to the wire. It was an overtime win, a one-goal game. Double overtime victory for Entourage, as they will now look to eliminate Isles here in Game 6. They are ready and they are getting loaded into the game. Puck drop just moments away. Davos, what do you make of that last game? Goaltenders have been spectacular.
It was probably the best game of this series. Offense, defense, and goaltending. You had Horn on one side, you had Shekel on the other, just showcasing their prowess of the goaltending of this game. And somebody had to be the hero, and Entourage is up one game with a chance to end it in Game 6. Can they do it, or will Isles force a Game 7?
And it wasn't for lack of effort. Isles, they started out hot last game. They just could not solve Rampage. He picks up the shutout, and here we go. We've seen shutouts by both teams in this series, and it is 3 straight wins for Entourage. Can they make it 4 after Isles started up 2-0 in this series? Puck drop just moments away. Here we go.
And the puck drop underway, Game 6. It is Isles up and Entourage carrying it in. Over the blue line, Gilly trying to work it back in the corner, walks to the back of the point. Jumlin doesn't like what he sees. He'll take it back into his own zone to regroup his team. Over to Doughty, left side over for Hendry, lost the handle. Fisher skates away, back to McFlurry. Finds Grimm in the slot, working it back and over the blue line. It's tipped away, but Fisher able to get it back in the zone, deep in the corner. Fisher behind the net, working it back. It is a rush for Entourage now, a quick feed up ahead the ice. Bump off the puck there, and here comes Fisher. Isles on the move. Gabsy got bumped from behind by Entourage, and Doughty will hang on and look to keep things going here for them in the neutral zone. Walking over the blue line, it's going to be called back on the offside to start this game.
Offsides, as there are our victors in chat that have been drawn for our giveaway. WD Black, the fantastic sponsor for this Sharks Pacific Cup, and here we go.
Back across the zone, they work it into the corner. Up the middle is Isles. Here's Regs over to Grimm. Over the left side, Gabsy finds McFlurry inside the Fisher, and that one was blocked away by the Entourage defense. Across the middle, they work it back in. Isles playing some stout defense. Entourage, a shot save, rebound. Nice play to knock it away. Fisher will carry it up the right side. He'll just fling it into the zone. Working it back in. A big bump off the puck, but they keep it alive. Regs. There's a shot, a goal, save made there by Rampage. Rebound to the right side, back of the key. Fisher across, and he can't get the shot away. Back in the corner, McFlurry, left side, try to walk it in front. Spins a pass right to the middle, and that was intercepted. Here's Entourage over, here's Gilly down the right side. Gilly, forehand, looks for some room. Gilly waits, corner, top key. Dumoulin keeps it alive. He'll walk in, the pass and a save made by Shekel. Rebound goes to Isles, and a good offensive rush for Entourage in there. Isles up the zone, McFlurry couldn't get away, back in the corner, and Entourage continuing to get the offense going. They'll walk it up neutral zone, nice, good play over, center feed, look at it, one-timer, there they score! The opening goal, once again, Entourage is up 1-0 in Game 6.
Well, what took 2 overtime periods to get the first goal of Game 5, it only takes 11 minutes here, as 9 minutes to go in the first. Entourage on the board.
Pass across Hendry, one-time rip, and it's 1-0. Drive, save made by Shekel. Rebound to the corner. And a rush for Fisher now. Down middle, McFlurry, loose puck in there, and they knock it away. Back over, Dumoulin will work it over the middle, trying to regroup his team here. Over the right side on onside play at the blue line. Ethan C. backhand. They score! What a deflection! It's Hendry's second goal.
All right, Hendry looks like he was shot out of a cannon, ready to go for Game 6. Big moments bigger goals for Hendry.
What a moment for Entourage. They're up by 2. Across the middle now in this pivotal Game 6. They're trying to end this one right here, right now. A bump from behind, loose puck for Gabs, over the line, here's a rush, Gilly. Entourage, a 3-on-2, Gilly works it, Gilly to front, the pass goes wide. What a look, but just not there was Hendry again. One time, back and forth chance. That one was intercepted off a back check. Fisher trying to go for the one-timer, back across, here's a chance, either seat, back across the Gilly, Pat save made, the bouncer on goal. Here's a rush now for Isles up the left side, back over to Fisher to Reggs. Reggs walks in, I'm back in, looks at the corner, finds his man Fisher. He shoots, save made, rebound, back to Fisher again. Backhand in front, he couldn't get the shot away. And a big hit in the slot, back over to Grimm. Isles on the attack, over to Reggs. Reggs shoots, a rip, and a save is made there by Rampage. Here's Entourage up the zone, marching it again over the slot. Look at Hendry, tosses it right through, intercepted there. And Fisher to Reggs, he walks in, back to Grimm at the point. Left side behind, wraparound, save made, loose puck in there, and Rampage able to hold the fort down there. Another play as the period will come to an end. 2-0 lead. Entourage in period 1 of Game 6. They're looking to end this one tonight.
Both goals compliments of Hendry right there. And you see him able to tip that one in, found himself in front, redirects that shot from Gilly 5-hole. That's all she wrote, a 2-0 lead. You're taking that one into the locker room as now Isles backs up against the wall. Again, the elimination Game 6. It was Isles that started the series up 2-0. Entourage wins 3 in a row. They now lead in this potentially fourth game in a row that if they go on to win.
Well, that would be a statement. After being down after that second game, they were not playing up to snuff, and they definitely showed that they are not going to go away at all after that Game 4 to tie this series up, and now with a big chance.
It starts with fantastic goaltending as well. Rampage, I mean, you can't talk well enough about what he was able to do in the last game. Isles had chance after chance, and Rampage was able to shock them and out-weather that storm and allow Entourage to take it in OT.
We lost feed.
As one moment, guys, we are looking to get our game feed back up. There we go. Start of the second period underway, 2-0 lead for Entourage.
Across the zone, they work it back in. Here's a nice feed, and it is Dowdy able to work it back over the blue line. He'll work it over. Gilly, nice play. Walks in, backhand! Save is made. And the feed goes down again. It is popping in and out. Sorry for the difficulties here, folks. Back in the slot, working up the zone. And they'll walk it over the blue line. Good feed back and forth. It is Isles looking to get back in the offensive zone. Reggs walks it over, gives it over to Fisher now. Back to line, Grimm, one-timer, score! The deflection, and it's 2-1. Isles not going away just yet.
Add another one to the tip jar for McFlurry as he is trying to get his club back in this game. Hendry had a tip goal earlier on, and now McFlurry sets up shop out in front. It's Gabsy with the primary assist on that shot that was redirected by McFlurry. 2-1 game, Entourage in the lead.
Over the blue line, good feed to Fisher. Fisher knocked away. Good steal there for Entourage. What a toss, and it's all offside as they try to flip a pass up to the open winger, but not enough to get over.
Rick wants to see Game 7 OT.
After all the hockey we've had so far today, I don't know, maybe it's a possibility, but I'm assuming these guys want to end it as much as anybody here. A loose puck at the side of the goal. Here is Isles up to 3-on-2. Fisher with some room up the middle, right side area, shot, backhand, oh, it didn't go. Rampage with an incredible save to get the whistle.
As if the prizes aren't claimed, do they end up being re-rolled? No, our winners are our winners, as WD Black stepped up their game once again, continuing to push the realm of possibilities here at the San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup. Last year we were here, but just the commentators. This year, a full live LAN setting here at the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. I want to shout out them for the hospitality to allow us to host this event here.
Want to keep at the blue line by Entourage, moving in as Ethan C. Back behind the net, moving around, wraparound save made by Shekel.
Had to be sharp on that wrap attempt as Entourage was going for their third of this game. The second period well underway, 11:18 to go, a 2-1 game as Isles was down to 2-0, now down just 2-1 as Ethan C dominating on the dot.
And the face-off, one Isles and Gabsy up the middle, good feed over, walks in, backhand, that one trickles wide, rebound back to the point, nobody home as the puck goes all the way down the ice, and with 10 minutes to go in the second period. So a 2-1 lead for Entourage after scoring the two opening goals, but Isles coming back and making a one-goal game, moving it back, and Rampage gets a piece of it with a big-time stop. Rebound goes behind the goal.
What a look on that feed and stifled by Rampage once more.
Here's a steal, here's a break for Fisher, down the left side, spin, and a save, rebound back to the point. Regs has control. Right side, one-timer, and a save by Rampage at the side of the net.
Short side goal line shot is denied by Rampage. Hanging on to that one goal lead, shots 8-7 in favor of Entourage. Isles, an offensive zone face-off chance here.
And there is the face-off. One back line moving as Grimm. He lost the handle, but gets the puck back on his forehand. Here's Fisher now. Fisher walks in back to the point, moving again in the slot. Wrister save, and a great, oh baby, that was dangerous, but he makes the save off a couple of screens, maybe a tip potential in front.
Yeah, another good opportunity there. Isles does have the time on attack advantage. Entourage still one more shot. Looks like that shot didn't quite register for them. Now Isles are currently still trying to tie this game up. They did go a full game and 2 overtimes without a goal in the last game. That is not the same case here, as they were able to score compliments of that McFlurry. Big tipper seeing quite a bit of those tip goals, as always here in this scene. Never going to be an ESHL tournament without some of those big tipper goals. Is definitely the meta here in NHL 23 so far.
It's been a crazy ride of a series so far. One team gets ahead, another team fights back to tie the series. Entourage getting a huge overtime game-winning goal, and they are if the lead doesn't change, they are a couple periods away.
I got all the boys locked in right now, and our first elimination game of this best-of-7 series. It's been a long night, and Isles could make it just a little bit longer if they push this to 7.
6:45 to go, second period. A face-off in the offensive zone for the Island. Across the middle, good feed over. Entourage gets the puck. Either seat. Walks in, nice move, dances around. He got bumped, and a pass across, nobody home. Dumoulin steps up, back of Doughty. He waits, he shoots, a block in front, and Isles will walk away with it. 3-on-2 down for McFlurry. Drop it to Gabsy. Gabsy passes back, loose puck in the slot. They'll walk it back, a rip, a save, loose puck in there, and the puck's able to be found and covered by Rampage.
Isles threatening, but once again, a rebound was there, all for not Rampage. Quicker with the glove, able to get the stop.
They got 4:35 to go. Offense for Isles. Grimm, no room to shoot, but finds a pass, rebound, backhand, over for McFlurry. Back to the point. What a play by Grimm. The body's looking to get the puck, can't do it. McFlurry, loose puck in there. They're able to clear it away. Here comes a rush for Hendry. Over the blue line. Dumoulin finds Gilly in the corner. Gilly working in it back inside. Out backhander bounces right through. Hendry, what is it? What a goal! Hendry! Are you kidding me? The LT into the forehand catches the goaltender Shekel off the post, and he buries it.
Hendry imposing his will on the Isles as he gets the hat trick, as he gets Shekel tripped up in behind the net, not able to react to that shot and finds its way home.
Oh, they score again! It's another one! Entourage with a huge lead in this game!
A 4-0 stunner in Game 6.
Oh, baby, 4-1 in this one.
4-1, excuse me.
1:41 to go, second period of action here. Entourage just scored 2 unanswered in just a couple minutes. Hendry to the slot. Gilly fires, and a save made by Shekel. And we have maybe the stew has boiled over in this one.
Yeah, we were looking for some of those goals last game, and it took, again, double OT to get our first. We have 5 here in this game and still have a period left to play.
Over the line, give and go. Blocked in front by the defense. Isles have 10 seconds to go in the second period. They're down 4-1. And they have 1 period to go. Loose puck in the slot, working it behind. They try to slam it home, and after 2 periods, Entourage is up 3, heading into the third.
Big-time players, big-time moments. It's Hendry picked up the hat trick. I didn't get a number who scored the 4th. Was that Hendry as well that scored the 4th?
I believe so.
Have to get a double check on that one. As again, unreal development here in Game 6. Isles was up 2-0 in the series. Now Entourage has battled back, erased that deficit. Now they lead 3-2 in the series. They lead the game 4-1. Isles has to score quick in this game, and then you still have a chance if you can make it, bring it within 2, and that'll be their start. But it's, again, got to stop the bleeding.
They do.
As Hendry just absolutely popped off in this game against his former club.
Oh, the juicy rebounds in front of me, that incredible move where he spun around the back of the net on the forehand, catching Shekel. Shekel didn't know what was going on, and he put it up short side over the shoulder. But the rebound on the second goal to make it 4-1 was a rebound that kicked right out to him. And what a game we have. Game 6, 4-1. With 1 period to go.
Here we go. This one for all the marbles, $30,000 to our winner, just $5,000 to our runner-up, and the winners will also get authentic Sharks jerseys as well.
Across the zone they go, marching in, loose puck, side of the goal. Bouncing around, Entourage trying to get the puck out. Loose puck again to the slot, and they walk it in across to Gilly. Gilly working, somehow keeps the puck in his possession, and a save made. Loose puck in the crease, covered by Shekel.
As Gren says, Grizz's face. As dude, like we went Game 5 double OT, and now to see this many goals is just unbelievable.
Off the point, moving back, Dumoulin working it deep with the puck. He'll walk it across the blue line. He'll find Ethan C. Lost the handle. Here's a chance, but it's offside. As we'll halt play and go back outside the blue line.
Nearly 3 minutes come and gone here in the third period. It's a 3-goal advantage for Entourage at looking to eliminate the Isles here in Game 6.
Across the low zone they go. Marching in is a play for Hendry. Hendry lost the handle. It's back for Regs, and Isles will up the attack here. They dump it in. Off the boards, in the corner. Fisher battling, but what a play by Doughty to give it away. Here's a rush down the wing for Gilly. Working into the corner, backhand over for Hendry. Passes the slide, waits with a puck. Shot is blocked by Regs. Here's Fisher over the line to Gabsy. Give it back to him. Fisher working it in front, never got a shot on goal. Puck to the corner, right side, and they will just fling it down to center. Will be picked up by Grimm. Isles on the move again. Gabsy couldn't handle it. Gilly dumps it down over. He finds Hendry, chops it back to the point. Drive is blocked, back to the line. Gilly couldn't work it out. A rush now for Isles. It is Gabsy working left side. He'll work it to the front, and it's easily taken away by Entourage. What a toss down the ice. Nobody home, and it'll be icing with less than 12 minutes to go in the third.
Over half of the period left to play. Still that 3-goal advantage as the Isles are looking for answers. But we've seen some crazy things happen. This game's certainly not over just yet. Here we go.
Back to the point it goes, walk in the blue line. One-timer blocked away by the Entourage defense. Here's McFlurry. Left side corner, walks it, shot. What a save, Rampage. And the rebound goes wide too. Another chance for Regs. Loose puck is going to bounce wide of the net. Over the blue line, they walk it back over. Grimm to the right side to Regs. Over the corner, working it back is Fisher, trying to fiddle one through. They couldn't do it. Grimm going to keep it alive. Wrist turn, that one sent wide. With less than 10 minutes to go in this one. Across the blue line, they walk it in. Slot Ethan C. denied by Isles defense. Moving is McFlurry. Offside is Fisher. 8:25 to go.
And here we go. You're getting a good shot at Entourage, the lineup there. And time is ticking on the Isles Sharks season.
Over the line, they walk it across the middle, turning away. Moving around the zone. Up the blue line, good feed back over. Here's a chance, Gilly. He got absolutely leveled. But here's a rush now for Fisher. Cross for Isles moving in. Fisher, toss. Loose puck in. Rampage will find it and cover it up. They got less than 7 minutes to go.
Here we go. Can they close this one out? And it was, again, a stunner in Game 5 double overtime, where Isles just could not find a way to solve Rampage, and now paying dividends as Entourage on the cusp of eliminating Isles.
A 2-on-1. Here's a chance. Hendry dancing behind the goal. Look out, back in the corner. 5:30 left. Loose puck at the front. He got absolutely leveled. And across they go. Up the right side is Fisher. He's going to be hauled down. A penalty is coming up against Entourage. Isles will go on the power play.
Chance to strike. It's got to be quick, and you have a sliver of hope. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Starts on the power play.
Up the zone, they walk it back. Across to Grimm. Grimm walks the lane. A shot. Rebound goes wide. Turnaround for McFlurry. He walks it in, and he can't get the shot away. Grimm back over to Reggs. Reggs backhand, looking for the forehand. Look out, a chance. Loose puck is going to get skittered away and cleared. Not out, though. Across it goes. Grimm waits. The toss knocked away by the defense. Less than 4 minutes to go. They clear it, and it'll be out, and a whistle will go.
Time is ticking. Isles still searching for that answer, as just can't say enough about the job that Rampage has done. Again, down 2-0 in the series has been a huge, critically important reason why they battled back.
Loose puck side of the goal, moving is Grimm. Back to the right side for Reggs. Reggs with some room now. He fires a shot. Save made by Rampage, and they just get it out of the zone. Here's a foot race. Gilly trying to find it. And it's ahead now for a rush down the wing. Reggs across, one-time feed, knocked down. McFlurry back to Reggs at the point. 2:20 to go. Shot denied. Rampage at the side of the net. Rebound back to Grimm. He lost the handle. Gabsy in the corner. McFlurry behind. Right side, a pass, and a save made by Rampage. Minute 29 to go in the third period.
Final minute 30. And again, on the cusp, it's a 3-goal lead. Time taken away.
Entourage with the 3-goal cushion, less than 2 minutes to go. Face off back to Grimm. He shoots, blocked away right side. Pass in front, backhand denied. Into the corner, they can't clear it out. Reggs gonna hang on to it. He passes over to Fisher, and that one didn't go. This one cleared ahead, 50 seconds. Here comes a chance, Hendry. Hendry in the corner, back to the point it goes. A drive is denied by Shekel. 40 seconds left in this one. Across the blue line is Reggs, and around the zone is Gabsy. Loose puck is going to get knocked away, and a whistle will halt play here.
There's a look at Entourage. They still lead by 3. 35.2 left to
And
go.
power play for Isles here. 35 on the clock. Tie up, back around they go. And another penalty. Is this a 5-on-3 or a 4-on-4?
It's a 5-on-3 advantage here for the Isles.
They got 33.2 on the clock. Tie it back around the goal. Back to Grimm now. Grimm back to the right side for Reggs. A pass to the back door. Save made. Rebound over. Here's Grimm again. Pass to Fisher. Back to him. Shot. Save made. Rebound. It's going to get cleared away all the way down the ice. 15 seconds to go. The puck's down the right side to Fisher now. Pass in front, knocked away. Puck in the corner. They got 6 seconds. Loose puck in the slot. The puck's going to hang on. And Entourage is going to come to San Jose. And they are going to win the Sharks Pacific Cup.
It is all over. Entourage takes down Isles on land, and it is a beautiful sight to behold as Hendry, captain, my captain, gets it done in the big Game 6.
What a ride for this team as they win a huge tournament. They beat one of the best ESHL teams in the past couple of seasons, and a 4-2 series win as they handshake the biggest respect line that we've seen so far.
The handshake line, as I do want to ask all the players to get back in their seats for our special presentation to the winners. As guys, back in your seats, come on. This isn't your first time. As guys, just here we go. Congratulations to Entourage knocking off Isles GT in 6 games.
What a story for these guys. They just couldn't get over the hump. They had a good start to the year. They played the same team, obviously, in the Anaheim Ducks gaming tournament. They couldn't beat Isles there. They come to San Jose, and they beat them on a first live land.
Absolutely right, and again, they missed out on the Caps land. Isles were able to take that one, but now you have Entourage. They are world champions. They are your Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3 champions.
What more can you say?
Inarguably the best team in the world right now.
Probably the best team that we've seen with Isles, but a good run for them. They had a great regular season, got through the playoffs, and they were up 2-0 in the series.
As guys, we do have Aaron standing by, representative from Sharks Gaming, as just a couple more moments, and we will be presenting the big check, as who does not love a big check? As let's cut to our players right here, as Aaron making his way to deliver the big one.
Number ones, buddy.
$35,000 in total. First place, San Jose Sharks Pacific Cup Season 3 champions, Entourage, as they continue to ride. They went to Helsinki, they beat Tunnel Vision,
Go, baby.
and they come to San Jose and beat Isles
Go,
GT
baby.
after they won
Gaming
Caps.
Esports Coordinator.
What a story for them.
Really excited about today.
Come on.
San Jose Sharks, SJSharks Gaming Pacific Cup, presented by WD Black, and the winner of the $30,000 grand prize from our Pacific Cup event is going to be the Entourage.
There it is, our champions with the big check, 30 bones for the Entourage, as well as those custom jerseys, $5,000 going to Isles, our runner-up. Congratulations to both teams, and shout out to WD Black, everyone behind the scenes at League Gaming, Sharks as well for making this possible, and of course the California Mission Room at Santa Clara University. As here we go, the presentation is complete, and again, world champions, now Sharks Pacific Cup champions.
Yes.
What a story for this NHL 23 Entourage team.
And a big thank you to the personnel who helped all of us set all this up. The people here at Santa Clara really did an amazing job with making this look absolutely amazing for a 6v6 finale.
As we do want to also get the players standing by, we are going to do a couple of interviews. So guys, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with some player interviews. Questions? Oh, hello. Hi. Guys, we will be right back. We're not ready just yet. right, I am standing by with the captain, although in game you have the A, not the C. You want to talk a little bit about that? Let's start with that.
Hey, I'll be the captain off the ice, but Gil can proudly rock it on the ice. That's fine with me.
So we got the big check behind us, $30,000. You guys won the World Championship. Now you are the Sharks Pacific Cup Championship, the largest single event prize pool in ESHL history. How did the boys get it done despite being down 2-0?
Man, I mean, like when we went down 2-0, like we were kind of vibes down a little bit, but we knew we have the talent and like we knew we could get it done. And going to win 4 straight against a team as good as Isles is just, it's not an easy feat by any means. Like those guys do not lose to many people, and so I think we kind of just like reset and just played the game we know we can play, and we came back with the dub.
Any love lost for your brother in Fisher?
No. I'll always love him. That's my brother. Outside the game.
I love that. As guys, we are going to rifle through everyone on the team. We do have the big check behind us. Let's swap out our captain, Henry. Congratulations,
yes,
my man.
Thank you. And thank you again to WD Black and the Sharks and League Gaming. The tournament you guys put on was phenomenal, and we were so happy that we could be a part of it and win it all. So thank you.
Absolutely, as we will keep going on. Let's get our next guy in here. The man, the myth, the legend himself, national champion, world champion, Sharks Pacific Cup champion, Rampage. You were unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was crazy. We went down early, and I was kind of frustrated with myself, and I kind of regained. And
Game
now we're
2,
here.
you just booked. You said, I'm out,
I was so
and
mad.
you launched. You
Went
were
right to
gone.
the bathroom. Yeah.
What did you do? How did you reset
I
and
just-
lock in?
Just mentally reset. Like, obviously, I get really mad. Thanks. Obviously, I get really mad. I'm super competitive. Like, I hate losing. So just calm myself down and knew that if I play my game, we're going to win, and this is what happened.
Well, you hated losing. You didn't lose today.
Not
you lost
today.
a couple games. That was it. You said,
Doesn't
oh,
matter.
no. And Isles brought the heat
Oh, they
in
were-
Game 5, double OT. I mean, what do you attribute this comeback to as a team?
We just play as a team. Like Lucas said, our vibes were down a little bit to start, but we regained and we stayed positive, and we knew that we were going to win, and that's what happened. So
Well, congratulations, my man. Any final words before we let you go?
just want to thank WD Black, League Gaming, the Sharks, everybody behind the scenes, my friends and family watching. So thank you guys. Pop the horn, love you.
It's been a big year for you, my man. Congratulations once
Thank you
again.
so much.
And let's get our next guy in here. I believe we are going to see Dumoulin. As Dumoulin getting set up. Dumoulin, you kind of had a pretty quick rise to fame. It started on PlayStation. You want to talk a little bit about how you got involved in this Entourage squad?
Well, first of all, we started an Eclipse, and we had success. We beat Olympia. which
See you,
were-
Rick.
Yeah, we beat Olympia, which were the best team in the game. And after that, Lucas hit us up to join us, and we were kind of having beef with Rick, so we decided it was the move to get Lucas, and been winning ever since.
Big games, bigger moments. Talk about the importance of Hendry to this team, showing out in Game 6 the way he did.
Lucas, it's the best left wing in the game, in my opinion. He just steps up so much in the big games, and we need him to play offense sometimes, but most importantly, he plays good defense also. I think he's the best defensive winger too, which helps us a lot.
Absolutely. And before I let you go, my man, any final words for you as well?
I also want to thank WD Black, League Gaming, and the Sharks for hosting such a great event.
All right, my man, let's keep it rolling. Gilly, you can't stand with that thing forever. Let's swap it out. Let's get someone holding the big sign, the big check. As Davos going to take a seat with the big check. All right. Davos holding $30,000 in his hand. Welcome.
Yep.
Nice to finally see you.
Yep.
All right. Again, down 2-0. You guys are all frustrated. You are a very
very.
passionate player. You could see the frustration on your face, much like Rampage. What did you do personally to settle in and find your game? You finally hit that one tee that you were looking for.
Yeah, well, we were getting clamped pretty hard by Grim. Probably one of the best top 2 lefties in the game, him and Dowdy. And all it took was one goal. We just had to get the ball rolling. And, yeah.
So 2 times with Olympia, you were unable to win this event, and now you are finally on the other side of it. How's it feel?
Yeah, Sharks is the best event, in my opinion. So
The best event. All right.
I think it's the best event to win. Yep.
And that is coming from a world champion as well. So love to hear that for the Sharks. Any final words?
Well, I just want to thank WD Black and my team and Grant, our team dad.
Team
and,
dad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Grant.
Shout out Grant. All right, let's keep it rolling. Thank you. Need it on. No way you're going to put that with your hoodie on. There you go. There you go.
The hoodie comes off. Hoodie Jared.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you leave Lemelin in the dust,
Oh, boy.
and you go on and win championship after championship after championship. You've noted your relationship with Dumoulin now. Talk a little about what it means to win this alongside a guy like him.
I just want to clarify, I did not leave. Kind of forced my hand. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to play with him. He's the best defenseman in the game. I think that proved it. I want to say thanks to Sharks, WD Black, League Gaming for making this happen. That was the one team when we had our starting 6 all year that beat us at the beginning of the year. And the biggest event ever, I think there's no more debate. It's undisputed.
Yep. No
Best
more
in the
debate.
world. So
Undisputed.
they're an unbelievable team. Thoughts and prayers from all of us to Ryan. Hope he feels better. And yeah, I mean, thank to all the commentators, the people that showed out, and heck of a series.
Did you specifically have a favorite moment in this game, or in this series rather?
Series? I think it was when Dumo made that play to Ethan to get us the Game 5 win. We had no business winning the game. Horn kept us in it, and we stole it. And that's how it goes.
Congratulations, my man.
Appreciate it.
We will bid you adieu, and we'll keep this thing rolling. Who else we got here?
You want to remove it?
Ethan C., are you the last one? All right, we are here with our final interview of the Season 3 Sharks Pacific Cup presented by WD Black, powered by League Gaming. We got the big check behind us. Congratulations, my man. World champion, Sharks Pacific Cup champion.
Game 5.
You're still a child, 17. You're turning 18 next week. You had your father, Grant, make the trip. Talk about his relationship, what it means for him to be here for you to see this happen.
I mean, he supports me in everything I do. Just does everything for me, and I can't be more grateful.
It is awesome. He officially was the team dad. It was awesome getting a piece of that action. You guys had a great weekend. We were out in San Francisco. Now here, you guys had a great comeback. The first 2 games were tough. You couldn't get the big tipper you were looking for. What was the mindset for you personally after that second game to lock in? You finally ended up that 3rd game, the 4th game. You got those big tippers. What changed?
Honestly, I just had to reset, keep getting open, try my best to get open for the tips, and finally worked.
Mental fortitude. Again, congratulations. Any final words for our viewers?
I just want to thank LG, everyone at LG, Tris, the commentators, WD Black, and for putting on a great event. And all my boys at home, it's for you.
Shout out to the boys at home. And all right, I will let you swap out with Davos so we can say farewell. Thank you, my man. Congratulations to Entourage. What a series it was, battling down from 2-0 and scoring or winning 4 games in a row. Davos, throw the headset on. Welcome back. Do you have any final words before we say goodbye?
Well, I have a lot of words, but I'll make it short. Big thanks to everybody involved with this project, San Jose Sharks, Sharks Gaming. Big thanks to Santa Clara University for letting us use this amazing venue. Big thanks to WD Black for supporting this huge event for Season 3 of Sharks Pacific Cup. Big thanks to LG for the power every single time we went live, every single night that the broadcast, that the players were on and doing the tournament. Big thanks to seeing all these guys. I would not miss this for the world at all.
And here's Nico.
Big thanks to you boys. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work. And shout out to Dan Rusanowski, who took time out of his day to make my day. And that is something I will never forget, to get to call a game, a virtual game.
Was that his
with one
first
of the
goal
legends.
that he was able to call?
Yes.
That's he got 2 calls.
Yeah, he got 2
That's
calls. He
amazing.
did call the OT winner as well. So, guys, once again, final shout-outs, WD Black, a wonderful sponsor for this event, the largest prize pool for single event in NHL team-sponsored history. And shout-out to Sharks and Sharks Gaming, everyone behind the scenes working night and day to make this happen. Special shout-out to Shorty. He doesn't always get all the credit, but that man has worked overtime many nights to make this possible. Shout-out to Entourage Isles, Grant for allowing Ethan to make this trip possible, as claps all around for all the boys. And we want to say good night, goodbye, and we'll see you next time. Signing off.